common for people to think that we're a black supremacist group, but blacks. I mean, I'll say it like this: Dominicans, Mexicans, Guatemalans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans. We got a school in Europe, so the Europeans that are in Europe that are Israelites, the Africans that are in Africa that are Israelites, they are all my people. My only concern is when Israelites that have tried to portray as us have just not been us. I even think your class, like whatever Jew you present yourself to be, you're going to be the minority as well. Because when we think about this subject, when I say I'm Israelite, I get laughed at. But when the so-called Jews say he's an Israelite, it's like, oh yeah, that could
Shitty
be. He wears
guys,
a little
man. Nigga,
yarmulke, the little
shitty.
Russian hat, walk around with the little. He can't even get locks. He got to twirl his hair on the side and
He said the
string it
nigga
all
can't get
together.
lots. He
So
gotta
those
twirl his
people
hair.
are not. So I guess I can land there,
Yo,
and
you
then
talking
we could
crazy.
begin the dialogue.
Perfect. Thank you, gentlemen, both. And also to the audience, both Israel and Captain T are streaming on their own platforms. So please be sure to check the video description if you want to find out where they are. Also, Uncle Guns is so willingly dropping their links in the chat. So head on over, like, subscribe, share their stuff out, but also, and most especially, send them all of your money. And a kind reminder, we are going to get through our debate. Then we will move into closing statements. Then we will read and respond to
You
your
ready,
own
Michael?
super chat. And
What the
of course,
fuck?
your favorite part, we will open up
What?
the panel. So
Ready
if
to
you
get
have
sold?
something to say
Or
or
you still
question to
playing in that
ask,
shit?
we will open it up for the open panel
Listen to
Q&A
him,
at
like-
the tail end. All right, gentlemen, I leave the floor open to you.
I guess my first question is just so I can know who I'm speaking with. What type of Jew do you claim to be?
So, I mean, ethnically, my ancestors come from all across the world. So, whether that's Eastern Europe,
I don't believe in
Ukraine,
none of
Hungary,
this shit. I
Romania,
just listen to it.
and Poland, but
It's
also the
informational.
Middle East, like Syria, Egypt, and the Bukharian
Just a
mountains, which are
disclaimer, so nobody
Central
has to
Asia,
sit there
as well as
try and
Spain and Egypt. So pretty much they've been all around.
act like they know me
my
or something.
ancestors.
I'm gonna take a little nap after this
My
joint,
dad's
though.
side is going to be the Eastern
You
Europe.
want to take a little
I'm
nap?
tired.
Oh, so you the same Jew you hate then?
Yeah, man.
Well, that's the thing is I don't think it's racial. You know, I definitely hate what the Jews have done with. But let me
I had
ask
a
you,
long
you
weekend,
said it's not about
eventful.
black
I
and
was
white. You
out
have
all
It's not
weekend
about. Yeah, it's not about this here. It's
with
not
the
about this.
kids.
So you have European
Tough
black
Need some
to be
rest.
and Dominican black Israelites. So how does
I'm
one become a
tired.
black Israelite according to you?
Well, we wouldn't use the term black, but I want to before. Let me
Smoke
say
some.
Israelite.
Wake
How
up
does
Yeah.
at
one become
like
a Hebrew Israelite?
your
3
father.
o'clock.
We like you see how I act when you gave your ancestor. And I said, "What about your father?" You said Eastern European, so you're Ashkenaz or fake Jew, just like the ones you hate. So for us, let's say if a black person comes into the school, a black-looking person,
We got an
comes into our school,
AI.
and they come into our school, and we go into their background on their father's
AI.
side. Let's say,
I
although
just
they look
wanna.
black, they have a white father or a white
I
grandfather.
wish they make the AIs
That
like,
would
you know what I mean?
disqualify
Oh,
them
this
from
nigga.
being
They
one
put
of
them
us.
I'ma
in.
They
shit
have
on this nigga.
true
Yo, Steven,
European, or
you
what
can
I
bring
like
up
to
the
say,
ball.
Edomite
Let me
descent.
shoot over AI.
But
He
let's say
said
if they
shooting
come
guard,
in,
you're gonna bring up the ball.
look
This
like
nigga want to shoot on the
good
AI.
old Sarah, one of the best moderators on YouTube, I might add.
Is that a problem?
And she comes in, and we might look at
You
her
gonna
and say,
take?
"Man, we can't let
Cuz
her
wants
in
you
here.
to take
She's a
up the
white
ball.
woman, and she got this black daddy."
Cause he's
Fuck
the
that
AI.
nigga.
Although her complexion may say
Is that
Fuck
what you
him.
want me to
accept
say?
her if she has a black
Yeah,
father,
fuck
black
that nigga.
ancestry, or a Dominican
That's
or Puerto
fucked up.
Rican, whatever ancestry she would have on her
Say
father's
nah.
side, would
I'm
then
not saying
dictate
that shit.
how you're an Israelite. But
Oh God.
when you say it's not racial,
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together. Uninterrupted videos and an app made just for
All
music.
right. So
YouTube Premium. One
you wanna have
subscription,
a
2
fucking
apps.
big
Try
man?
1 month.
why did God separate us from every other race?
Call me
Of
president.
course, you're right that God wants Israel to be a nation
They
separated
put the
and
AI on
holy,
me. What's wrong with
sanctified
them?
above other nations, right? And so it's
You
not
see
Oh, they
that
put the
legend
AI on
now?
you.
everything.
Yeah, I got the
But the
AI.
Torah does say that we should accept sojourners, people who want to live among Israel, even if they're not native bloodline Israelites. We should accept them and love them. And there's one Torah, one law for the native and the sojourner.
He
That's
got
why I
me
would say it's
hopping,
more
oh
about the
skipping,
entrance into the
oh
covenant and the
dribbling,
observance of the
oh
law
Ozzy, cause
than
I'm
your
falling
blood
in
lineage.
love.
Additionally, I would ask you, why do you
I'm
think
pulling
it's
that.
impossible
Oh, I'm shooting
for
that.
Jews
Oh,
to
I'm
have
splitting
ended up
cat.
in Europe?
Oh,
Why
I'm
is
blocking
it
that.
impossible?
No, that's not impossible, but you didn't answer my question. My question was, why did God separate Israel from other nations? That was my question. You switched it to some kumbaya. That don't mean strangers
Niggas got
can't
his
join,
hands
but that
full.
didn't answer my question. I asked you, why did God
Well,
separate
we're
us?
told very clearly God separates the Israelites
You
because
but
they're the
whoever
descendants
shot
of
that
Abraham,
shit.
Isaac, and Jacob. So that is a chosen bloodline and the 12 tribes. And so what we're looking at is a nation of people that are a family that become a nation. And ultimately they go through the Exodus in Egypt. God saves them. And then they establish themselves in the land.
Can I read a scripture, please?
Malarkey.
This is the actual
He
answer.
ugly as hell.
It's Deuteronomy
Too
7 and
ugly.
6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto
That
the
nigga
Lord thy
custom the
God.
shoes.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special
He got the
people unto
chrome
himself,
gold.
above all people upon the face of the earth. The
That
Lord
nigga
did
got
not
butters
set
with no
his love
laces.
upon you, nor chose you because you were
I'm
more
letting it
numberless
go.
than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because the Lord will keep his oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of the bondmen." So wouldn't you say that the Lord chose the
They keep
children of
switching me to
Israel
fucking
to
Mhm.
be
D and shit.
above all people on the face of the
You
earth?
switching the shit?
Yes, but you also can see
No.
what it says in in Exodus 19, verse 5,
Go
where God
switch it
chose them
again.
to be a nation of priests. So God clearly has interest in Israelites being priests unto the world. So it's not a disconnect from the rest of humanity, but it is a priest class of a nation. That's for sure.
Is-
I believe in the same scriptures you're reading.
I don't
only
know,
question-
because is it equal?
Well, no, it's not
That's the
necessarily
second
equal.
time I
And to be
pressed
part of the
RB,
nation, you have to
V,
follow
and
the
that
Torah.
nigga did a bounce
But that's my
pass.
point,
with
is
those
that what it
guys.
means to be part of the nation is not only bloodline, although bloodline is the first thing, but it also is joining the covenant
like-
and following the Torah.
I want to say it's a
That's what the
bad
Torah
pass,
also
but like,
says.
how did nigga know to jump
So
reach right
I'm
there?
confused because it sounds
Like,
like,
how
what
these
you're
niggas be
saying, right?
knowing?
Here's what it sounds like you're saying. You tell me if I'm right. The Israelites
Nah,
are chosen to be
I would have
above
do
all
that same
people.
shit. I saw that
If a
nigga going
stranger
right to the
comes
pin.
and then
I would have
adopt our
passed that same
ways,
shit.
and they have joined themselves to us. We treat
But ain't
them
no reason
fair,
for
we
that
don't
nigga to
do
be
no
sitting
harm.
there
I'm
reaching
with
like he
you
know
so
that
far.
shit was
We're
gonna go right to
together
that
so
nigga.
far, right?
Mhm.
But can that stranger, when they leave and let's say go back to whatever land they came
Hella
from,
nigga,
they can
like-
go back and adopt the
Wow.
ways of the land that they came from, right?
Oh, pass it, you fucker. I
Well, it
just saw
depends what
that.
their faith
shit's
dictates.
ass.
If they're
This
committed,
a hypothetical. No, this is
Bang.
a hypothetical. This ain't a. I'm just saying if they decide, okay, I'm not gonna live in Israel no more. I'm gonna go back to whatever land I'm in.
Mhm.
They can, when they get back to their
I don't think
land,
you wanna-
they're not obligated to
Think
keep
you want to guard
the
Afro
law,
somewhere?
statutes,
I got you
commandments
helping.
that God gave, right?
well, they accept it upon themselves. They accept it not necessarily because they're in the
Oh,
land, but they accept
why
it
did it bring
because
me
they
so
believe in
like?
this God and this
Shit's
covenant.
retarded.
They want to be part of the
I ran
nation.
the right route and
Also,
everything.
does the Torah prohibit us
Shit
from
just brought me
intermarrying
all the way
with
down. That's
sojourners?
crazy.
Yes, but I want to
That's
just
it.
finish. Yes, but if I could
Go
just put a, if I could just put a
I
pin
had
in.
no intention
well,
going that far
in
down.
Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, it says we can't marry their daughters, nor we can't
Which
take.
nations?
That's a beautiful question, but let me just put a pin. I'm gonna come right back to that question. I just
You
want to
got
put a
me.
pin
You got
in what
me.
we were just talking about.
Oh,
with, the whole
I got
equality of the
me.
nation.
We can
The
go
other-
point to point. We could pin it.
No,
I
no.
got
When I
you
say
help
pin,
when you cut.
yeah.
we
I just want to
come back
wrap.
to it.
I just
What's
want
the
to
AI
wrap it
doing?
because what you're saying, that non-Israelite that comes into Israel, when he leaves Israel, he's not under.
I wish
the
I
law,
would all
statutes,
move
commandments.
down, but
When an Israelite, whether they're living in Israel or not
might guard
living in
that big.
Israel,
Damn.
we're under that covenant.
all
Generation
shit.
to
They
generation
hold
to
nuts and them passing
generation to
lanes. I don't know
generation.
why.
There is no we could stop keeping the commandments. If we in
Not bad
Babylon,
pass,
we in
see them
Germany,
niggas
if
see
we in
it open.
Australia. No matter the scriptures say repent
They just own that
in
shit.
your captivity, but it does not say the stranger, meaning a
Otherwise, you have to run
non-Israelite,
that bitch
has to
down. You gotta
repent
AI.
anything because that law is not given to them. And that's the difference. There is no equality here where
Still
we're the
ugly.
same.
So
Even
whoever
if a stranger
stole that
lives
shit
in our
made
land,
his ugly as hell.
I can charge him interest. I
Look like
can't
foot
charge an
bottle.
Israelite interest. Why? Because the Israelite is better and above the non-Israelite. You
Well,
would-
that's not true. It actually says that you should treat
Ah!
your Israelite brother as a sojourning resident
That was
among
route
you and
running
not
right
charge him
there.
interest.
Where
That's
say
in
that?
Leviticus. That's
Where?
in Leviticus.
Yeah, because I could have maybe show me something because I it said you can charge the
It says,
stranger
no, it
usury.
says no. Well, there's two different terms in the Torah. There's ger, which is sojourner, and nachri, which is
Yo,
a
it's
foreigner.
not let.
So
It's
a
just
foreigner is
fake
someone from
passing.
another land, but a sojourner is someone who lives
Yo, you're
among you.
I'm not passing you the
I can
ball.
But a
give you that.
sojourner
You're gonna
can
score
also
or
be an
something.
Israelite.
With YouTube Music Premium,
It's something.
listen to
It's
your
switching my
favorite songs
icon for
ad-free.
some
Yeah.
reason.
That's what's
Download
fucking me
music
up,
and
my guy.
podcasts to listen offline
Right off the
or on
bat,
the
I'm
go.
switching it back too. Right off the
Enjoy
rip, it still ain't
thousands
trying
of
to change. I can
customized
tell it's not
playlists and
changing.
radio stations.
I got the Who the Guard
And
off too.
jam to music when your
Oh
screen
my
is
God,
on
that
or
good
while using
bounce.
other apps.
Step back.
There's more to
Step
discover
back,
with
three
YouTube
ball.
Music Premium. Try 1 month free.
Well, no, because it says that there are
I'll be telling niggas
natives
I'm
and
solo
other
rap all the
sojourners.
time. Step
But a
back,
sojourner
nigga. When
can
in
be
doubt,
an
step
Israelite. You
back.
can read that in
Step back
Leviticus, I
again.
think like 25 and
And
like
step back
35.
again.
Like if
Look,
if
if he did
I'm
a step back,
in
he probably
Jersey
would have
right
had
now,
something. Now he's just running around
if
with
I
the
go
ball.
to
Stupid
Vegas,
ass nigga.
I'm a stranger in Vegas.
If he did a
Right,
step
we're
back,
talking
probably
about
would have
sojourners
killed
in
you.
Israel, or
That-
even
but that-
even
the
in
Bible-
the desert.
The
Step
Bible
back. Look.
says,
Huh.
but even were we strangers to God? Does
Step
God
back,
call us
hezzy in that
strangers?
bitch is dangerous.
I don't think so.
Oh, you sure?
Hey, yo, don't talk to me like that, cuz, man. They care about the
Oh,
step
yeah,
back, man.
Leviticus 25 and
They care about the
verse
step back. And another one. Look,
23.
look.
It says, "The land shall
Damn,
not
I
be
thought I
sold
was gonna block
forever,
that
for the
nigga.
land is mine.
He said, who the fuck is
For
that?
ye
He
are
said,
strangers
damn, shut up. Ain't nobody care
and
about the step back. I'm
sojourners
crying.
with me."
Correct.
So now
said
we
nobody.
have a verse that shows Israelites are strangers and
They
sojourners.
gonna care.
Yeah,
With
with
God.
Yahweh. With Yahweh. but
They
then
gonna care,
there are-
cuz. They
there
gonna
are
care.
People that are strangers and sojourners to Israel.
I
And
don't
that was even the
disagree
case-
with you.
Yeah,
I don't.
and that was
yeah.
even in the case in the desert.
Look, it's all right.
But
I'll
by the way, I
show
have
you.
the source. I have the
Okay.
source. It's Leviticus
I'll show you.
25,
I'll show
35.
you what it does.
It says, when your brother is impoverished, then you should strengthen him as a sojourner.
See what I'm
and
talking
resident,
about?
and
Step
do
back
not
and step back
do
again.
not take any
Fuck is you talking
usury
about?
and interest from him.
I can't
so-
believe you read this verse.
Mhm.
I can't believe you read this.
Fuck is you
This
talking
says,
about, cuz?
"If
This is
thy
what I like, man. I
brother
need people like
be
this in
waxing
here.
poor," not non-Israelite.
Talk your
Right, but
shit.
it's saying you shall strengthen him as a sojourner,
Step back.
right?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Step back.
Which is clearly showing if you're strengthening him as a sojourner.
No,
the
no,
sojourner
no,
should be
no, no.
strengthened.
This verse says, "If thy brother be waxing
What?
poor," so your brother is poor, falling
Mm-hmm.
into decay. Your brother falls into decay.
Step back.
Then
Whoever
thou
shot that
shalt
is
relieve
ass.
him.
Oh, God.
As a sojourner.
But
As-
Yeah, why does it says as a sojourner? Because he's poor.
Who is
That's
this, Carson?
what let you know
Hey.
when you see stranger sojourner in there. It's not talking about like if hypothetically, right? If the three of us on this panel were all related, hypothetically,
Oh, you
right?
should have let him do it.
And then I'm not. Who gonna fall off on here? I'll be the one to fall off. So I fall off. I get downtrodden, and I'm poor. The stranger is talking about classes. Like, damn, I don't even know him no more. He's my brother, but look at him. He used to be on top. Now he's on the bottom.
Is that you and my shit comment
Sarah
like that,
comes
cuz?
and relieve me. She
The
lived
step back.
that scripture. That's the point of
But
that
it's
scripture.
telling us. It's telling us
Sound like you
to
on my
help out
motherfucking Twitch.
the sojourner. If it's saying help out your brother
I
as
don't
a
even know what
sojourner,
you're talking about, bro.
then
I'm on
that means you
Rainbow
should also
Six.
help out the
Mhm.
sojourners.
I don't disagree that
Step
we can
back,
help
blow.
out sojourners, but what I said is that we can charge that non-Israelite usury.
Who the fuck is
If
this?
you say
Ah,
we
that
can't,
nigga. Whoever this
then
is,
we would
I'm
have a
mad.
contradiction in the scripture, because the scripture says you can charge a stranger
Add whoever that
usury.
is, man.
Right, but if
They
if,
talking
if
shit on
it's
Twitch
telling you
early
that
tonight. I
you're
love
supposed
it.
to
Look at the
strengthen
diver.
your own brother as a sojourner, then that's
He's
implying that
bugging.
a sojourner
No
is
way.
someone that should be strengthened and helped
Shut up.
in the way that you don't
Who
charge
the
them
fuck
usury.
else? What am I doing?
This is Deuteronomy 23
I'm on my
and 20. It
computer
says,
and
"Unto
shit.
a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury, but unto thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury." In
But that's a
Leviticus,
different word.
in
That's
Leviticus,
the word there is foreigner.
Oh,
what do you mean?
In the Hebrew,
I'm about
it
to
says
set this
foreigner
nigga a
first.
screen.
Deuteronomy 23, and I think I read verse. Let me look at 20.
Carson, you're allowed on
Right.
Twitter?
So
I mean,
right there
Twitch.
is what it says. You may charge usury of the foreigner. So The
playing,
foreigner
like I said,
literally
I'm
is
playing
someone who's
Siege.
from another
I'm worried
place.
about Twitch.
There's a
You ain't
distinction
playing
between-
Siege. You don't even know how to use a drone.
You can
Boy,
read
who
the
don't?
Hebrew. It's two different words.
You don't even know what
They
you're
could
doing
be.
on that.
They could be two different
Well,
words.
I have
but I can
12
still
kills compared to my
charge
teammates
usury
1.
to one. I cannot charge usury to another.
You
Yes,
probably
but
shot
one is
niggas
the people
after
of
they
your
shot.
land, and the other
Your
is
teammates shot
No,
him
no,
first.
no. One is your
My
brother.
teammates died.
An Israelite is my brother. Just like I can marry an Israelite woman. I cannot marry a Moabite woman, an Edomite woman. I can't marry those women.
They are on.
He's
Yo, they
living
are
in the land or not.
fouling like it's the end of the
Yet at the
game.
same time,
Appreciate y'all,
those are the
YouTube
specific
fan.
nations that
I'm
God
throwing
tells
that
you
bitch
not to
up.
intermarry with.
No, we're not supposed to intermarry with no nation. So when I name Moab and Edomite is not mentioned in
Trap to all
Deuteronomy.
my ugly mo-
You're right. It doesn't say Edomite. It
But
says Moabite.
when Solomon
All right, I
Solomon
need this to
married
change
those
this shit,
strange
man.
women, were one of them Edomites?
Yeah, but how do you know
Sure,
that was the one he was
uglies.
punished for? Also, Solomon
Wait.
was mainly punished for.
What else am I
worshiping other
streaming
gods.
on? YouTube,
no.
Twitch,
The
Rumble,
verse
Kick.
says it named the women that Solomon married, women of
Kick.
Pharaoh's daughter, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and
What?
Hittites of
Oh,
the nations
man, yo, they on
concerning
some
which the
hoe
Lord
shit.
said, "Ye shall not go in unto them."
Nah, it's me.
And that
I'm
gives
out.
you.
All right,
This
I'm
is
back.
why I love the Bible. This is why I love Christ.
Solomon.
You don't believe in Christ,
I
right?
put reinforcements up. Okay.
I believe in him. I don't know. What do you mean believe in him?
Like, do you
Push
believe
that,
him as
you know,
your
talking that
Messiah,
tough
or,
shit.
or you're still
Nigga
waiting
put
for
a
a
date on.
Messiah?
I'm not really messianic.
Oh,
in
good
my
cut.
You're
life.
not
Damn.
messianic, period. So
You
you're
on the
not
same
waiting for
time?
anybody.
Just waiting for God.
Okay, no problem. So
Damn, I want
it
that still so
names
bad. I
all
saw you
of
there. I
these
gave up
nations
on it.
because what they
Oh.
knew,
Damn,
and
was
even
that you? I just
Nehemiah
missed
said
that shot.
Solomon sinned by these
I ain't
things.
miss-
Is
I ain't
that the
miss a shot.
spirit of the law, even in the book of Tobit 4 and 12, is that we're not supposed to intermarry with any other
I
nation.
missed 2
We're
shots.
supposed to be extremely tribalistic and stay within our tribe because they would turn you away from serving other gods.
Right, but you're referencing a source external to the Torah.
That
The Torah
bad.
is ultimately the law. When we refer
What
to
source
the
was
law,
that?
I said Danny beating
what the
his
law, Torah is
ass.
the law.
No. What source did you say?
They
I
got
was
niggas
referencing?
bouncing ass, bouncing
The book
ass,
of
bouncing
Kings,
ass,
Solomon.
bouncing ass,
And
bouncing
also, you
ass,
can also
bouncing
read that
ass.
to say that you said that it says in the book
So,
of Kings.
so you only
It's
do the
Sol-
first 5 books?
Well, I don't. It says in the first 5 books you may not add or subtract to these.
Just
commandments.
asking if you only
Get
go
that
by the
steel,
first 5
man.
books.
Yes, one of the
Kickball,
first 5
man.
books is law. Well, that's what it's. That's what it's.
So you don't
This
you
better
don't
not
read
be you
nothing
I'm
about so
talking
nothing
to.
about Solomon is
You better be
valid.
playing
David,
Rainbow.
Mallet.
I've read it, which, by the way,
Bro, I
David
am
was
playing
found
Rainbow.
out married a Moabite.
Yo, who you
Right.
yelling
No,
at?
no, he,
Watch
him
him out,
Ruth
man.
was not a Moabite. All you got, you
Raise your voice
disappointed me a
at me
little
like
bit.
that
If
before I
you
get
just go look
sensitive.
up a simple map. Let me see.
Give me
if
that
I
blocker.
still have it. I might
Ugh.
show it on my screen. If you would just get a simple
Yo,
map,
they
when
ca-
it
they
comes to
caught
Ruth,
up like
let me see if
mustard,
I have this
nigga.
picture. I'll show you. Ruth. When you look at this picture I have right here, I
I
don't know
was
if you can
doing
see
too
that or not.
much.
That picture right there. You see the green?
That
and the
last
red?
one was a
That's
step back
Reuben's
though. It's
territory.
crazy. My niggas
That's
still
the
doing
plains
skate
of
moves.
Moab. That's where Ruth, Boaz, and all of them live.
Huh?
So when it says
That
Moabite,
whole
it's
ass nigga
because they
called for
were
the
in
ball from the AI
the
for a
plains
short
of, let's see if
bucket
I can blow it up for you.
for a brick.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it's the plains
For
of
all
Moab.
white brick.
So
A
when they
white
called
tan
Ruth
brick.
a
Step back,
Moabite,
hit it
it's
lit.
because she lived in those
Hey.
plains. Like Elijah is called a
Oh
Tishbite.
my god, the team is
Even though
scoring,
there's
man.
no verse that calls Elijah an Israelite, calls him a Tishbite, Tishbite.
He said,
Because
"Damn,
that's
bro,
just the
you
area that
ass."
he
I
was
know.
from. So
6
Ruth
for
did
6
not
is ass. I know.
come from no. Yeah, we ain't
I
got no
know.
mongoloid and
I
don't put
know.
no mongoloid in our dynasty.
Well, okay, it does call her a Moabite. I mean,
You could be
He
called
said-
anything. I'm
yeah.
called an American.
Oh my
are they
fucking
not enumerating
goodness!
there at the end of the book how they can have rejoicing.
That was
or
ass.
that's a rabbinic thing.
Yeah, that's just an argument among their customs. That's all. That's just an argument that they're having among their customs.
I'm
just
not going
bringing
through
her
this shit.
back to the land.
Yo, I
Because
might have to
although
go
they was
guard that
out,
nigga.
they was in Reuben. This goes back to the stranger part. Although they was in the plains of Moab where they was
You
going,
say you be should be
she
sick.
would be a
It's
stranger where
definitely
she
the
was
same.
going because nobody would know
What?
her.
Mhm.
Just like people look at Israel like it's some utopia. Like if I'm in the land of Judah and I go to the land of Ephraim, every Ephraimite is going to know every Judite. That's not realistic. If I go to North Carolina right now, all the black people in North Carolina don't say, "Hey, Tazaryak, what's up?" I'm a stranger when I go to North Carolina. I'm a stranger if I go to Kansas. I'm a stranger if I go to any city that I'm
I'm
not
gonna go look
from.
at your
And
Twitch,
then
bro,
once I
because
meet
you over
the
here having a
people, then
conversation with that person.
Oh yes, he's talking
That is
shit like you
possible
would be.
reading, but I will still revert
I
back
love
to
it.
the same
That's
argument.
what it's
which is
for,
that
man.
when we are
That's
told
what
not
it's
to marry
for,
particular
man.
nations,
Shit.
it's those nations that we're told not to marry.
If you ain't got nothing
Specific
nice to
nations
say,
that
then
God
say it.
actually says either they are particularly bad because of how they treated you on the way from Egypt, or because they're so
Bro,
bad
stop
they
putting
need
up
to be
reinforcements,
literally
you
killed. But that's not a prohibition to marry all nations on
so
earth.
you think you can marry other nations right now?
Yeah.
Even though Nehemiah called it a sin, even though it says
He
in
said I
King
should be 7
Solomon's
for
sin.
7.
Well, again, they obviously point to the people of the land as the Canaanites as being the ones you may not marry. But the
I'm just
reality
asking,
is,
can you answer that question? When
well,
Nehemiah said,
Nehemiah
just get hit by a
talks about
bomb?
the people of the land.
I hate this game.
no,
bro.
he said, did Solomon sin?
Crazy thing
And
is,
the
I
women
stopped
that Solomon
and
slept
everything.
with
No,
are not
it's
just
like
Canaanites.
he's just fucking
Go
past
Pharaoh's
speaking.
daughter. That's an Egyptian.
Well, the Torah
Like
says that
I'm
you cannot
hitting
marry
RBX,
non-Jewish
RBX,
generations.
RBX, RBX, or
Solomon is still
RBB,
within
whatever
that.
the fuck it
The
is.
Torah
This
says you're
nigga
not
not
supposed to
fucking
marry
passing the
Moabites,
ball.
and it says that Solomon married women of.
What
I'm
verse
sorry.
says? What
Fucking
verse says you
AI,
can't marry
bro.
an Egyptian?
AI
It says
playing
until
like
the 10th
fucking
generation. I'll find it for you right now. Until
like
the 10th
Darren Fox
generation, you
out
may not
there.
marry Egyptians, Moabites, and Ammonites.
Okay, but that's a
so-
little
The
different.
fuck out the
What
way,
that's actually
tuna
saying
melt.
is the reverse. Because if that's the case, then after
Fucking
10
mayonnaise
generations,
on your
you can
elbow.
marry an Egyptian. What that's
You got
actually
mayonnaise.
saying is,
Nigga, what's
if
going
me as a
crazy?
black man was to marry an
Cause you
Egyptian
got
woman
mayonnaise on
and
your
have children with
elbow.
her, my children couldn't come amongst the congregation
Hey,
until
deep-
10 generations. To get that stench or that stink
He
ass
still made that
excuse me,
shit.
We
Hamite
are about
culture.
to lose.
We got to get that Hamite spirit, that
About to
Hamite
lose?
culture. We
What
got
are
to
you
get
doing,
that
man?
up out of
You're
my
watching the
state.
shit.
It's
Well,
not saying
it says that they may not enter the
That ain't me
right.
putting
The
those
it says
comments
the
up.
children begotten of them. So that's if an Israelite man lays with an Egyptian woman, that child
Nigga said
begotten,
I'm dead.
he got to deal with an
I'm glad I
Israelite
put
woman,
my face
Israelite
on
woman,
this
Israelite
bitch.
woman, Israelite woman in 10 generations. Then they
Got it right on my computer. I got my camera facing my computer and shit. Under my desk, all the wires and all out and everything. I don't know how y'all keep y'all wires so nice and neat. My shit is all over the place.
Bro, it's not that hard.
It
You
is
get a couple
hard.
zip ties, you good.
I got fucking 3 monitors on this bitch, man. I got all my
You get a couple
slots
zip
filled.
ties, you good.
I ain't zip tying shit, cause once I zip tie something, if one side flexes the other way, that thing will fall and break and shit. I did that shit already. I let that shit go as it is. He's cooking me.
Oh my god. I fouled him.
You fouled that
So those are the
nigga.
nations that God prohibits
You
us from
sold
marrying.
the
No,
game,
Because you
dude.
got Edomites, you got Hittites, you got Zidonians. Edomites
You're
is
selling.
so-called white man. So
I
you
mean,
can't
if I
marry
throw it
them
down
either.
court, it's
So
gonna be a turnover.
that
I threw it
lets
to
you
the
know
closest
when
nigga, and
Nehemiah,
even
when
he's
the
running up
Bible
the court.
says Solomon sinned,
I could have threw it
that
to the
law
AI,
in
but
Deuteronomy
you know how that
7
goes.
wasn't just about
He's
those
selling.
nations. It was about any nation. Even Ezra says to not deal with them like that so that we
I mean,
may
I
be
threw it down
strong.
court like 5 times. That
Right,
shit
so again,
getting
you could
fucking
read that
touched
verse
on me.
in
I read the spirit of
What?
the verse.
Right. Well, okay. You can read
The
verse
ball's getting
in
touched
Kings
on
to
when I
say
throw it down
that
court.
Solomon married of the women that God said
Well,
not to
where's your
marry, as
hat,
in all
bud?
the women he married.
Yeah, it wouldn't have named them. That's why
I
I
got
named
2
them.
turnovers. God
So
damn,
again,
I
here's the
thought
thing.
I
I
had
would
more than
revert back
that.
to the
I
Torah
got
and the
6.
law,
Shit.
where it says Deuteronomy 4:2,
Ain't
do
throwing
not
that
add
bitch
or
down
subtract
court.
to
Y'all
these
niggas shooting
commandments,
that 6
right?
for 8, 7 for 9, 6 for
Well,
7,
that-
8 for 10.
not
Y'all
to
niggas
add
Well, I
shooting
or
like
shouldn't say
shit.
us because you ain't one of us, but that's
So
the
nobody
failure
missed.
that we experience. The failure that we experience is because even back then they would think that I'm gonna look at this by the letter of the law. That's why Christ came and gave us
Good
the
call.
spirit of the law, which of course is better than the letter.
Okay, so when it says in the 5 books of Moses, do not add or subtract to these commandments, that's incomplete.
Is my nigga guarding
added?
me? Why
Nobody
the fuck
added
you
or
up down the
subtracted.
court like
You
this?
you added nations that are not part of the
No,
commandment.
I read that
Oh,
and then
Lord.
looked at the spirit of that and said
I'm out
I
here
shouldn't
spamming
marry
that and
no non-Israelite.
Okay,
Because
well,
it
I
ain't
looked
just
at
I
those
won.
women. It ain't just
No, I
those
didn't.
women that
No, I
can,
didn't.
get you
I
to fall
fucking
off.
sold.
Anyone can get
Do you
to
think
fall
do you
off.
think no Israelite woman can get you to
I
fall?
fucking sold.
about
Yeah.
Jezebel?
Oh my fucking
Jezebel-
god.
was Jezebel an
I'm
Israelite?
doing stupid
She
shit.
was the queen of Israel.
But what? That ain't what I asked you. I asked
We
you.
don't know where she comes from, but presumably she's
Nah,
an Israelite.
that I
Oh.
think that was a Hamite. I think that was one of them stinking Hamites. He was one of them
AI,
stinking Hamites. She
Right,
was
so-
not an Israelite, and Baal and Ahab was a
But
punk
God.
for his woman,
Oh.
letting that woman come out there. It said Jezebel was a Phoenician princess. She was not an Israelite.
Oh no.
Now, so look what happened when he married that heathen. Got her out there wilding. Got him out there wilding. And what's crazy is Elijah beat 450 prophets of Baal, and Ahab ran and told his woman like a little girl instead of keeping it 100. So no,
Yeah.
we are not supposed to. So I just want to put a record what we discussed so far. God is a racist. He chose Israel to be supreme above everybody.
GG's,
You cannot
man.
marry outside your
Bro,
race. You
what?
charge
Fucking
non-Israelites
G's.
with usury.
Of course.
So yeah, I think we had a bit of a disagreement there on the usury question, because it does say to strengthen your brother as you would a sojourner and not charge him interest.
It
which
doesn't
is
say
why
don't
it's not-
charge them interest though.
Yeah, it says do not charge your brother interest.
That was
strengthen him.
What verse was
That's
that in Deuteronomy? Well, no, and
Leviticus-
that was Leviticus 25, right?
Leviticus 25, 35. Yeah.
So now
And I-
Leviticus 25 and 35. I just want to go back to it.
All right. If you
Wow.
want to see it,
I'm gonna read. It says, verse 36 says, "Take thou no usury of him or increase, but fear thy God that thy brother may live with thee."
right. But it says that you should strengthen and support your brother as you would.
How can a brother be a
sojourner.
non-Israelite? I'm confused.
Right. So again, I can see your interpretation, and it's saying, you know, support your brother as
Holy
a sojourner
hell.
and a
I'm
sojourner.
just, but how can a brother be a non-Israelite?
Well, the way I would interpret brother is the people of your land, because there's a differentiation between sojourner and
What about an animal that dieth of itself? An animal that dieth of itself, you can sell to a non-Israelite. Again,
so that-
because we're
so by the way,
superior.
that's a great example, because I wanted to show you that as a
6
source where there's a differentiation
TOs.
between sojourner and foreigner. So it says you should give it to your sojourner, because the sojourner is someone that
that
you
was
should
desperate.
be supporting in your
27.
land, but you should
Damn.
sell it to the
bad.
foreigner, right? So that's Deuteronomy 14:21.
14, what you said,
I
14,
I
21?
ain't scored after the
Yeah, Deuteronomy
fucking
14:21.
second.
It clearly makes this distinction that I'm making here.
Can I read it?
But
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. You shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it
did
unto
that
the
right
stranger
this
that is in
time.
thy gates, that he may eat it. Thou mayst sell it
Alright.
unto an alien.
I'll let y'all.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy
morning.
God. Thou shalt not
Good
feed the
morning.
kid in his mother's milk. So in reverse, the holy people are Israelites, right?
what you
The
got?
alien
100.
and stranger is non-Israelites, right?
You ain't getting no
Right.
25.
That's correct.
And it says that is in thy gates.
Motherfuckers are ugly. Get 25.
Right. But my point was that you should see here the distinction between the sojourner and the foreigner. The sojourner is someone who lives among you in your gates, who you should
Can't believe
support
you
by
on here
giving
typing shit
the
like
animal that
this to
died,
me, man.
and the
Fucked
foreigner
up.
is someone who's foreign to the land, who you can
Yeah.
sell it to and make money off of.
Well,
it.
I'm
So
not
I'm saying
even
the
in
same
the
thing with
stream.
usury. You should help the people in your
Why
land,
not?
but for people outside of your land,
Because
you
I'm
don't have
not
to give
doing
them
the
additional
squad.
charity by not
I can
charging
do
Turbo,
whatever I
YouTube,
want to
Rumble,
an alien
Kick.
and a stranger. I can do whatever I want.
whatever
Twitch.
you want.
Yeah, I could
What's
sell
that?
them an animal that died of itself. I could
You're
charge them
watching
interest,
this in
but when
real
my
time.
brother-
Well, that's not whatever you want, right? You can't murder.
No.
them,
In
you
real
can't
time.
steal
In
from them,
real
you can't
time.
take
subject.
In real time. In
This
real
how I know you ain't no
time.
Israelite.
What are you
You
bringing
supposed to
No,
know
up?
I'm
the
not.
spirit of what I meant when
My
I
big.
said anything I want on what we
Oh,
talking about.
man. What do I bring
Well,
out?
I
If
mean,
you was an Israelite, you
guard?
was like, I get that. You gotta have that vibe. You know, Christ
no.
said we the
Do I
salt of
bring
the
out a
earth.
guard?
Give it flavor.
What kind
This
of
ain't
guard?
even got no
man?
flavor.
6,
Okay.
shit
I
2,
could care
but
less.
that's
Shit
one aspect
6,
of
shit
the law.
7.
When you look at many other
Shit
aspects of the
4.
law, you see statements in
Honestly,
Exodus
Hey,
12.
I
look at
could
the
care
super
less.
chat.
Pick
They
a
trying to help you
dude.
out.
One second.
bringing out my
When you
shit
look at
too.
the chapter Exodus 12, and it's stated many times in the Torah as well, there's Torah
Yeah.
Achat, one Torah for the sojourner
Ugly.
and for the native. So stating that there is one law, and as well,
You ain't
Deuteronomy
even play
29,
with
which
us,
I quoted
bro.
you,
Don't
states that the sojourner
Who,
enters
me?
into the
Yeah,
covenant.
you ain't even
Well,
play
no,
Call of
I
Duty.
disagree. I disagree totally with
I
Deuteronomy
played the game.
29.
You feel
But
what?
what you said
I
about
said I played a game.
Exodus and what we
You
say
played a
about a
game?
stranger, period.
Yeah, I played
Treating
one game
someone
with y'all
like a
last night.
brother
No, you quit right
and
the
then
fuck
being
up.
a brother
No, I
are
will.
two
Let's go.
different things.
It's a
That's
oh,
why
let's
in
go.
Deuteronomy
Don't
14
do
and
that shit
21,
again.
for example, when it says, "For thy art and holy people,"
tell
non-Israelites are
Tony.
not holy. I ain't seen a verse yet where non-Israelites are holy. Israelites are holy.
Well,
So
if
this-
they're part of the covenant, and
They're
there's one
still not
Totally
holy
dead.
because they're not bound generationally. Like if they take a hold of that covenant and then break that covenant, their
What is
children are
total
getting punished to the third and
Word.
fourth generation. That falls on us. The children of Israel are the only ones, like in Psalms 147, 19 and 20, when he says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments. He have not dealt so with any other nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. So there is a distinction. What you're trying to do
Alright.
is, again, trying to make a kumbaya
Black
where
out.
we're all one.
It's
The
that black.
Bible, the non-Israelites
Shoot.
can be one with us if they're living amongst
Get
us,
so.
but they're not held to the same standard that we are when it comes to the Most High.
No one was ready for what just happened. Seedance 2.0 just
President
dropped,
with
and it keeps your
60
character consistent.
O's.
Before this, AI videos were unable to keep good character consistency. It could show you
Yo,
good
I need
motion,
a
but it could not
haircut.
remember
I
a
need to
face.
shape up. Bad.
With Seedance 2.0,
Because we are his chosen. They are not his chosen.
Right. Okay. So again, before we even get to the conversation of why you believe that you are the only one who can trace real Jewish lineage or Israelite lineage, again, you misrepresent the concept of intermarrying with other nations when the Torah explicitly says you can not intermarry with these particular nations, but it doesn't say it about all nations. So the spirit of the law, you're correct. You shouldn't marry a woman who leads you away
Oh
from
my
God.
God, I got an
That's the
AI.
spirit of the law, but that doesn't mean that just because they're from another nation, they'll lead you
I'm
away
on
from
a
God.
shit
It's
one.
particularly stated about the Canaanites, the Moabites. The Egyptians
97
for the third
speed,
generation,
97
that's what
steel,
the Bible anyway
92
says.
If,
You cannot
ball.
marry an Egyptian till the third generation.
yeah, if
I'm
the
putting on
Bible didn't
speedster.
say Solomon sinned with them Edomite women,
Fuck what they talking about.
then I'm gonna have to say that law in Deuteronomy 7, the spirit of that law
Ain't that something,
carries
bro?
forth throughout all nations. No non-Israelite are we supposed to marry. When
how do you
Samson
define
married, who did he marry? Philistines?
Yeah.
Is that in the Deuteronomy 7 chapter?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And how did his parents feel about that? They was angry that he married somebody outside of his nation because that was a sin.
Damn,
It
Sam.
says
So
that
that's a
it was,
clean-
says it was part of
I
God's
ain't
plan.
throwing
that
a
he
ball
would
to
do that.
Samson. That's early.
It says that.
I think you kind of missing.
Uh,
I think you kind of
offline.
missing.
Oh,
His
God.
parents knew that
Offline,
that was
offline.
a sin
Cooked.
because you're only supposed to
Boy, you're the
marry
point guard. Stop
someone
running from the
from
ball.
your tribe.
Yeah, but
So they had a
Bad
better
buddy.
spirit than you.
Okay, so first of all, parents' desire for who you
I'll be ready
marry
to
is not
go.
the definition of the law. All
It's
cultures,
based
It's
on
time to go.
whether you're
Fuck
Greek
out my
or
face.
Armenian or whatever, you got to marry someone.
We ain't
See,
white.
I be screaming at other
We ain't
people,
Greek,
but they
we
play
not
on
Armenian.
point. I'm not
just
used to
making a
playing
point
point guard.
that exists in all
I'm only
cultures.
playing this
but
shit
they
because
don't
it's
want
the
you to
only way
marry
we're gonna
out of,
get the ball.
the nation or the
Yeah,
nationality.
but I don't.
That doesn't mean it's
Well,
God's
you gotta
law.
get the board and shit.
Also, how do you
God's
explain-
law is only what he told the children of Israel. So I don't care what.
Bro,
the
that dude
Greeks
is
and
getting
Armenians have.
cooked.
I understand. My
Boy,
point is
is he.
that the fact that we see that his parents didn't
switching.
approve of that doesn't mean that that's the law of God.
They didn't approve of it based on. Let me see if I can find it. They didn't approve of it based on the
What
laws
are we
of God.
playing with?
I mean,
What a
it
lobby
literally
is
says
this?
there that it was from God that he married that Philistine woman because it led to a vengeance against the Philistines.
No, a God knowing a man's sin and using it for his purpose doesn't take away that they wasn't that the parents knew according to the law.
Bro,
you
they
was
just
not supposed to
attacking
do that.
number 18, bro. Give me that rebound.
Right. Again, so the law is defined as what's written in the 5 books of Moses. So you want to keep referencing
Step
sources
back.
outside of the
I
5
told
books of
you.
Moses when we
Step
talk about
back.
what is the law of God.
Bro, ain't nobody care about the step
particularly
back.
what is
See,
written
that
in the
was-
5 books of Moses that you may not add or subtract to these commandments.
Adam
Even-
knows-
Maybe
love
it
to
was,
step
maybe it
back.
I
wasn't.
think even if people interpret it
love to
later
step
on
back.
to apply to other nations, which clearly regular Jews only, well, they accept converts, but they only accept.
Who's the regular
He said,
Jew?
I'm dead. That's some
Well,
shit
like,
you would
the
say.
Jews that are known as Jews, not
Today?
Yeah. And then-
Man, they met. They
He said,
first of all, they
you
don't
can't
keep no
even laugh.
laws.
Yo,
They sucking baby
motherfucker put a
penises. They marrying who they want to marry. They go by the mother. You don't go by the
crying.
mother, right?
no.
Right. They go by the mother to
Oh,
identify
that's off.
instead of the father. They are not.
That was you
they
shot
are
that shit?
nowhere near
Yeah.
a point of reference. That's
You
where
gotta
your
put that
ancestry
Nikola
come from, though.
Jokic.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
Hop
Again,
jumper and fucking
well,
pull
here's the
up.
thing. You know, again, I'd like to bring us back around to Deuteronomy 29.
Oh
where
yeah.
It
Yeah.
states that
Hop
the
that.
sojourner is part of the congregation who's entered
Oh,
into the
my.
covenant, right?
You gave it to
So,
Ed Hardy.
we're
What do you
looking
think
at-
he's gonna do with it?
Where does
Right.
it say that?
Okay. So it lists the collective of the
Oh.
people, Deuteronomy
Whose
29.
fucking mans is
verses
this?
9 through
I see in
11,
game chat.
or, you know,
Yeah, I don't
9,
hear him
10.
saying
You're all
shit.
standing here today. Your leaders, your tribes, your elders, your
Hold on.
officers, your children, your women, and your sojourner
Let's
who's in the
hear,
midst of
what
your
he
camp,
got to say.
from those who chop wood to those who draw
Get the
water, to
fuck
pass
out
you
my
through
face.
the
Why they
country of
why
Yahweh
they
your God
guarding
with
my
oath,
nigga?
which Yahweh your God seals with you today. All right, so
In verse 11, before you continue, if I could, in verse 11, does that say
These
wives
people
or
can't
women?
guard nobody. Their matchups
They're
have
guarding
all
my
the
match for
points.
some reason.
Because when I look at it in strong, so I go by the King James version, so it has it as your little ones, your wives, and
yeah,
thy
it's the
strength.
same. Yeah, it's the same word in Hebrew. There's no what woman means wife. This has the same.
I understand. The reason why I say that is because what about the women?
Oh,
that
this-
ain't-
That slow ass pussy.
you don't name them there.
I have faith in that one.
What about the men that aren't married?
I did too until I realized the
So,
animation.
I mean, again, it's every man of Israel. It actually concludes with that in
It's
verse
still-
9.
I'm 0 for 2. I'm
And then it
ass.
says your woman, your children, your women,
I mean,
and
we might
your
lose
sojourner.
because I'm 0 for
A
2.
question. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, this
I
because
ain't
you're
mean to
0 for
cut you off.
2.
Yes, you're right.
That's
You can see
crazy
how
work.
every man of Israel is before it.
And
says
because he don't know how to play
Oh,
defense.
If you want to get caught on a
my
technicality,
God.
are they considered, you know,
We're gonna have to give
Israelites
him the
as
ball
well?
so he can
But
play defense. Give him the
my
ball.
main
He really
focus
sat
is
there
in
to go
verse
get the ball.
11 that says that this
Let's see
entire
what he does
collective
with it.
nation is
Slash.
passed through the covenant of Yahweh.
Yo,
And you're all
they will
called
sell their
descendants of Abraham,
hearts
Isaac,
out.
and
The
Jacob in verse
slash,
12.
man.
Even people that are not biological
Bro, I
descendants. So
swear.
this clearly shows
What nations?
we don't know.
He
I mean, it
switched
could be a mixed
AI on his
multitude who went up with them
matchup.
from
I
Egypt.
don't agree with the mixed multitude, but what nation is in there? What
You're
nation?
that scared to
The
guard
mixed
him?
multitude. What nation does it say is the mixed multitude? What
Oh my
nation?
god, I'm already
Could have
tired of
been
watching that
from
slash.
Egypt. They could have been other people
Yeah, that's
sojourning
just a
along the way.
slash.
I
So
don't,
could a Moabite or Ammonite come up in here?
well, not according
Oh,
to
this
the
the
law.
slash
Can an
to
Egyptian?
get shitted on.
Not until the third generation.
So
To get shitted
think
on.
about that now.
Mhm.
So
Hey,
you're saying, like, if I was to go by your logic, you would say that some of that mixed
There we
multitude
go, we're
would be
good now.
Egyptian, right?
Well, if they were observing the law, which presumably
Which
they
one get
were,
off?
then probably they weren't Egyptian.
Who, me?
So how could an
Yeah, if you
Egyptian? Now, I
mix.
disagree with this premise.
Nah,
But how can an Egyptian be a part of the covenant when they can't even come
I
into
just
the
had to hit the
congregation?
shot.
Right?
Why
then
did he
it
not?
must
I
have
know
been
I'm
he
like,
wasn't
I don't know,
shit.
Gerald.
So we don't know who the nation is, but you're going to
people
tell me
like,
that
they
other
was so
nations
hard up the
can be a
slash.
part of it. So it's specific enough to say captains. You would
So
agree
will you,
captains
though.
are men, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna make it.
Elders are men, right?
Mhm.
Officers are men, right?
Fuck.
Mhm.
And then it says all men of Israel, right?
Yep.
So why would it have to say
You don't even
captains,
ever see me
elders,
slash like that.
officers if it's
Only
going
on
to say
fast
all
break. That's the
men
only time I
anyway?
slash.
Why do you think that is?
Well, it's drawing.
I
a
gotta do that shit
complete,
once in a while because they fucking
contrast
hound me at
between
the
the
three
leaders
ball.
and the laborers.
What do you say?
Everyone
What
is-
See
do
that
you
thing?
say
Thank you,
class? What do
Kalal.
you say like a class?
Well, that clearly is an existent thing
Hey,
in society.
myself.
I'm not
I did
disagreeing. No, I don't
1,000
disagree. That's what I'm asking. When you say
Yeah.
it's representing like a class
Step back.
system,
Step back.
To
Step
some
back.
extent, but it's saying that everyone
back.
is included in the congregation.
Well, I didn't get to that.
Oh,
I didn't
oh
get to
my
that. I ain't-
My
I ain't
God.
verse 10.
It's just that,
I'm just
yeah.
asking you.
I don't know
When you
why
say
he
that's a
switched
class
the AI on
system,
this
right?
matchup,
Different
bro.
positions in society.
Verse
Why?
11, your little ones. Your
Why? Yo,
wives.
look at the route
The
running.
stranger is also a class. It's not a race.
Oh
if it was a
god.
race, you would be able to
That
tell
was
me
a oh
what
god right
race
there.
of people
He's
is
trying
the
shit.
stranger. But the stranger is a class, and so what it's
He's
saying
He
trying
don't
is
even
shit.
know
from the
what button he
highest rank
pressed.
to the
Niggas
lowest
don't
rank.
go to son.
I
That's what I'm
charge you
thinking.
this
it is.
day, because when you read verse 1
Yeah,
of the
I'm a
chapter,
book.
it says, "These are the words of the covenant
And I'ma
which
dribble
the
it all
Lord
the way.
AI
commanded
too.
Moses to
Bang.
make with the children of
Good
Israel."
shot.
Coast to coast.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together.
Look, man, I'm gonna come on this end and block something. Can we
Uninterrupted
please go
videos,
guard him?
I don't know why they're
Just
guarding
for
my guys,
music.
bro. They're doing that
YouTube
shit play after
Premium.
play.
One subscription,
Lord.
2 apps. Try 1 month free.
He didn't command them to make this covenant with all nations.
Obviously.
I ain't
Right.
getting
So
no dimes
you
in this
can't
one.
I'm
tell
tired
me
of this, bro.
that other
I'm tired of this.
nations
I'm
can be
guarding
a
them.
part of this covenant when this verse is only telling you the children of
That's me.
Israel. is
Never
a part of
mind,
this
dude.
covenant.
No, well,
And
I only did that shit because
Israel
everyone
had a
keeps guarding my
major,
guy whenever he
major
goes to the
problem
paint, so I
with
stayed up
respect to
top.
persons That's why it breaks it down.
I just
from
wanted
the
to see those
highest
what
rank
happened that time.
to the lowest
Of
rank.
course, niggas,
And then
niggas
verse
left my guy
12
wide
says
open.
Everybody
that thou
use Paul
shouldest
Reed
enter
now.
into this covenant with the Lord thy God,
No,
into his
you gotta
oath,
use that
which the
Kevin
Lord thy
Ford.
God maketh with thee this day, that he may establish it.
Whose
thee,
man is
excuse me,
that?
He may establish thee
This?
It's the
today
shooting
for a
guard.
people unto himself, that
The
they
fuck
may
is
be
he
unto thee a
doing?
God, and he has,
He
as he has
puts
said
AI
unto
on
thee,
them.
and has sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Is Abraham the
You ain't
father
even mean to
of
do that. You out there
these
pressing shit.
other nations that you're talking about?
Well, that's my exact point, which is that the fact that we can see
George.
people from other nations, non-native
Get
Israelites,
up!
included in the collective of the nation.
That-
and
that's
That ain't what
tell
I
us-
asked you.
Well, yeah, they're spiritual
Get
descendants of
up!
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
How? They're not
By
spiritual.
Look at him trying to come over here.
By virtue
Yo,
of the
look
fact
at
that
this
they're part of the
shit!
covenant that God made with Abraham, Isaac, and
Look at
Jacob.
this
They
slashing
are welcome as
shit.
part of the people, and they are
D1
considered
slasher,
spiritual
man.
descendants of Abraham, Isaac,
Bro,
and
that's
Jacob.
all motherfuckers
Chapter
come to do.
27.
They come over here
The
to buddy
only
ball to slash. We
spiritual
come buddy ball to win.
representation of Abraham
We
is
making
Isaac.
shots.
You got 20
when
points in
God
the first
kicked
half, dude.
That Ishmaelite out, them Arabs, and kicked their mother out and that son, he said, "In Isaac shall thy seed be called." That's spiritual, but you still have to come from Isaac. So when it says sworn unto thy fathers,
All right, I
no
got
other
two.
nation has Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to their father except
He's
Israelites.
got, bro.
Then it
What
says,
is?
Bro,
"Neither
it's
with you
the
only
shooting
do I
guard
make this
switched off
covenant
and
and
put
this
the AI
oath,
on him.
but with him that standeth
I
here
know I
with
keep
us
asking
this
a fuck
day
ass
before the Lord
question.
our
It's just
God, and
like,
also him that's
why?
not here with us."
So he can
So
guard the
where are
fucking
the
big
other
man?
nations that's still
That
under
ain't
this
scoring?
oath?
Look, I mean, he
like
wanted
that
to
are
guard a
scattered
dude who
abroad,
doesn't even
that
get
are
the
still
ball,
under
dude.
this oath, that are not
Yeah, man.
Israelites. Can you tell me who they are?
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
can
People
guard
that
the
have
point.
maintained their identity as Israelites are the ones
I got
who
Joe
call
if he
themselves
drives.
obligated from birth.
Like, I don't know
However,
how I'm
what the Torah
expected
is
to guard
telling us
this
is
nigga.
that there are people from
Oh,
other
shit,
border.
too.
nations,
He's
non-native
going all the
Israelites,
way.
who have the
He's going
ability
coast to
to
coast with a
join the
nigga in the
people
corner.
and
That-
to join the covenant.
All right,
That's
all
what I
right,
asked you.
all right, all right.
I
That was a
said,
good
this
pass.
verse says, "I don't make
It's
this
a good
covenant
pass, buddy. It was
with
a
the
great pass. What
Israelites
the,
and
can I be
some
that?
non-Israelites that are here with me this day. I make this covenant with those that are not here, meaning those
Come on,
in
Zay,
the
I'm trusting you
future.
to get my assist.
That means
You
those
hoes.
nations that
Around.
you say other nations are there. That means that God made that covenant with Israelites and the other nations according to you,
Now, if only he could
past,
guard his
present,
guy.
and future.
The
So
matchup
what other
is 23
nations
points, 8 for
are
8.
still under
He
that
said,
covenant
"Stop,
besides Israelites?"
Nigga, they don't need to.
The Israelites are the ones who are
He is
born
getting
obligated,
absolutely
but the
killed.
fact that it's opening up the door to people in the future,
That's one of your friends,
it's saying
isn't it?
people who are not even native
Let me
Israelites
send that
can
nigga a
join
message.
in the future. Let me ask you a question. Let's say someone wanted to
Who,
take the
Drew?
covenant upon themselves. Impossible?
You said
See, I
Drew
say,
is
I
crazy.
love the God of Israel. I love the Torah. I want to take this upon myself. Am I not allowed to follow that? Because
No,
the
you're
rabbis
not,
say
because the
you're not?
Bible, Zephaniah 2:1 says, "Gather yourselves together,
I
O
would.
nation,
You would have
not
been over
That's
that
what
nigga didn't cross.
It does
He
not
crossed
say
behind you.
gather other nations with you."
I got the point guard, bro.
That's what Zephaniah 2:1 says.
Are you
You-
telling
you-
me that other nations are not allowed to follow the Torah?
No,
No,
not,
I got
not
the
in this
shooting
current
guard.
condition.
I
Because
got
the children
everybody.
of Israel are not ruling. You yourself believe that your ancestry
you can't
are
even
not
go guard
the real
the AI?
Jews.
Come
That's
on,
what you
man.
I
believe.
just
I
rotated
didn't say
like
that.
3
I said,
different
I'm
motherfuckers.
sure there's
Dude, I was
some
guarding the
real
shooting
Israelite
guard.
lineage for you.
So
and for
that
me.
state
Yeah,
of
that's
Israel,
my.
you
Oh,
think that's?
that's where I was
I'm
going.
sorry.
I'm saying we have a
I went to go guard him, but
identity. Both me and you, we call ourselves
He
Israelites
cooked
based on
me.
the things our
Hey, guard,
fathers told us. I believe
God,
that
thank God.
it's entirely possible that your ancestors intermarried with some African nations, my ancestors intermarried with some European.
I didn't know that
Middle
was
Eastern
you
nations.
passing the
I don't know. I
ball.
wasn't
I thought
there.
you were
The
Jan.
point is that we've both maintained this
Give me
identity
one, please.
as Israelites, and
Hey.
we both hold ourselves under the
I
covenant
need a
of
What if I
dog.
never
ourselves
hit the
accountable to
3
Yahweh. Yes,
wide
we're all
open?
sojourners on the earth right now. We're all scattered.
Nah, you
but
been
Yahweh's
Wow, he
holding
just
us
split
accountable.
us.
And if you want to be under this covenant, God is saying that the sojourners are part of the
Zay,
collective.
you
and that
don't.
even
You
people
got
that were
one
not there
assist,
that
bro.
day
I'm not
can
giving you
enter
the ball.
I got
into
one
this.
assist too.
That there's nowhere in the Bible that says that non-Israelites can join this covenant while we don't have
That's
charge
I
of the
missed.
covenant.
I ain't
The state
passing
of
the
Israel,
ball. You
are
better not.
those Israelites to you that are in
No.
charge and have reestablished the covenant of God?
I
Have they
mean, for
reestablished
the
the
big
covenant of
man,
God?
you don't
I'm
even
asking
play
you,
because
do
you
you-
don't play the
I don't
game.
think they've reestablished the covenant of God. No.
Yeah, I don't even think they're the children of God. Because if they was, Tel Aviv wouldn't be like the #1 gay city on the planet. Right?
For sure. Yeah.
So,
they're
right.
not
So
acting
now
like
we have
Israelites.
not reestablished the covenant
Come on,
Hit them
with
niggas one
God.
time.
So we're still
Wide open
gathering
now.
ourselves.
Come on,
Now you see why I
in
don't
Come
pass
on,
on the
Jeremy.
ball.
So
You're not-
God's covenant.
That nigga is being drilled.
Only with
Us?
Israel.
So
What, Gerald?
we're the ones, unless God's covenant is fulfilled with Israel in the land, other people can't read the Torah and follow it and want to be
I don't
part of
know,
that
Jarrell.
covenant?
That's correct. Because
Where
the
did you get that from?
well, like in Isaiah 60, when we get brought back into the land, then we will bring the forces of the other kings here. That's what
We gonna
Isaiah the
game chat?
60th chapter tells you. So the first one I had referenced was Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired.
I don't
The
know,
Israelites
Jarrell.
are not desired. So we're the
They're
ones that's supposed
sworn.
to gather
You don't-
ourselves together.
Oh my God,
with
Gerald
each
made
other.
the 3.
How can we, as the other nations are trying
Yeah,
to
I left
destroy
the
us,
fucking
how
guard
can
wide
we gather
open.
with the people that are trying
Didn't
to
even get
destroy
the
us?
ball.
Again, I would not gather with people that are immoral. I would gather with people
9
that are
subs.
God-fearing
Send me,
and want to follow the Torah.
5
I don't
subs,
know nobody
please.
that's God fearing that doesn't respect that God
What?
is
What's so
a
funny?
God. I won't say God is black or Negro
Send me a-
in the
barbecue
sense of
Send me a
the
$1
earthly
jillion.
term. But God does
Like a
have
$1
woolly
jillion?
hair, though, right?
Woolly hair.
Yeah,
Never seen
Oh,
God's hair.
Gerald got the rebound?
it's in the Bible. It's in the book of
Dude,
Job.
I
Oh,
don't think this
forgot.
like
You only know
green
about 5
rebounding
books.
thing they put in this game
You can learn
works.
something. Well, you can't learn from me, but you can
Oh,
learn something
for the
somewhere
other
else. Tell
team
your
it is.
rabbis or something. You got a rabbi?
Every time I green it, I miss it. Like,
Might want to get one. It's Daniel 7:9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as
What
snow,
is all this
and
dribbling he
hair of his
doing?
head like the pure wool.
Imagine
Bro.
me locking up the fucking guard.
Right.
Can you
But when
imagine?
y'all think of God, y'all probably think of some
can you imagine that it wasn't
white
4
stringy
for
hair
8?
dude, probably a rock star.
No.
I don't conceptualize God's image because God says not to limit him to images.
That's not it. I'm not saying what he looks like. I'm just saying it
It
says
really
his head
is
like
easy
the
to
pure
shoot.
wool.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
can
crazy.
describe what his hair looked like because I
Ow,
can read
bro.
it right here.
Good board.
He had a white garment on. I could describe that he
I
had
don't know,
clothes on.
Jarrell.
Yeah, again, I don't think we know exactly.
They'll
what
see a
that
nigga
means,
wide open, just be
considering
like,
God
fuck
tells
it.
Moses, "You can't see my face and live." Like
It didn't describe his face. It said his hair. You can see his backside and see his hair.
Was that God or Jesus? I thought you told me.
Hey,
it was
pass
Jesus
it to
that
you.
was the
Yeah,
woolly
Jesus
hair.
got woolly hair
Jarrell.
too. Well, if the father got woolly hair, the son gonna have woolly hair.
Right. Again, I wouldn't want to go down this rabbit hole with you, but if you're going to talk about
With YouTube Music
Get outta
Premium,
here, bro.
listen to ad-free
Ooh,
songs.
oh my God, you got it.
even
I got
when
him.
you're offline or on the go.
Whoever made that
Discover new
ass.
artists and podcasts and create personalized
Post it,
playlists
post.
anytime, anywhere. Try 1 month free.
hair pure
I don't know why
like
your
wool,
ass
it
don't
could just
stream.
be referring to the purity of the whiteness, not
Why don't
necessarily-
you stream?
When it says wool,
Consistency
always
of the
remember,
hair.
man, like
Stream?
we're
Yeah.
like Israelites.
But I
You know,
used
we're
to.
extremely descriptive people. So if we say hair
I
like
just
wool,
do this shit
we
for
say
fun. Some
yellow
people
like
ain't
the
watching
sun.
this shit. I don't know
We're
why.
giving you the color. We're giving you the texture.
Yeah, I used to
Giving you
do
the fire.
I want to be a
okay.
begging
We describe- we
motherfucker.
call
I
a
wish
person a
I
rat.
wish I was that begging
We
type. I
call
don't know
them
how they
rat
do it.
because that's the characteristic.
Thank you for the
rats.
50 subs.
That's why we describe them that
I be
way.
trying to
So,
tell motherfuckers not
for
to
the-
send me
for
money and
us,
shit.
And I'll land here. We can go to the. You can ask the next question, or we can go to the
Okay,
next point.
Gerald.
For us, the children of
Oh,
Israel
boat, you
are
right.
the
Yeah,
only
he
ones
almost
that's
broke
supposed
his
to
neck
gather
doing
with
that
each
shit.
other. The
Bang.
Lord has hated
Hey.
us joining with
Did I get
other
my assist?
nations
Yes,
since
you
we
did.
came out of Egypt.
Yeah, of course you will.
All right, so that's again where we would disagree. I don't think the Lord hated us joining
I've
with
been on
other
my
nations.
2K
But
shit. I've
he
been missing
pinpointed
like that
certain
lately.
nations that we shouldn't join with. He hated us leaving him
Wide
and his
open.
commandments behind.
Watch him
So
go to
this is-
Slash.
That's what I mean.
Well, that's not
That's
the same
Paul
thing. You
Reed.
That
can-
is the same thing.
No, it's not, because you can be part of another nation and
Ball
follow the laws of
game.
the Torah, and then you'll be part of the covenant.
We
and there'll
can't
one...
be of another nation, period. We're supposed to be of our
You're
nation.
supposed to cut back.
Like, context is important when you're talking to me,
Who would
because
kill her like
I speak
that,
as a
yo?
free man. So if
Of
I
course I
say
am.
God don't want us joining the other nations,
Oh,
God, I'm not gonna
my
catch
God. Did I not
I
dribble
have a
past the
business
Oh, I did
motherfucker?
catch
in
him.
my background. This is my business in my background. So I work with white people,
I
Africans,
hit
Arabs. I work with all of
I
them.
still get
But I'm not
clipped. This shit is
joined to
ass.
them.
And look,
I
this
don't
nigga's dribbling
follow
all.
what they follow. I don't do what they do. So that's what I'm.
There's
about.
just barbecue chicken,
Right,
whoever they
and again,
guard.
I'm only joined to people that follow the Torah.
Steel.
Although I can
Steel.
coexist with other people, I only am
This nigga
joined
has
with
a 40
people
pass
that
or
follow
some
the laws
shit.
of the Torah. But that's the standard that the Torah gives. Follow the law. Be
Wide
part
open.
of
The standard the
Let's see
Torah
what he
gives is
does.
that they supposed to follow
Waits
you.
for
They
him
are
to get
under
down.
you.
He passes.
There's no equality.
Bruh.
If you're not
You hear
above
me?
the people
He
that
passes
you're
the
giving the
ball
Torah
like
to,
no.
you're just a slave.
Right. So the fact that they're above them is due to
I lose
the fact
my
that they have
takeover
ancestral
because he
ties to the
does
land
something
and they
bad.
have inherited land. Nowadays, no one even has ancestral land or inherited
Oh, that
land. We're
is
basically all
now I
sojourners on
respect
the
that
earth.
was my take
So
on
the
it.
reality is
Well, I
we
was
should be joined
camping.
together in God
Boy,
and
it
the
was.
Torah. And if
I
people
was wondering why
want
he kept
to
jab
accept the
stepping.
covenant
I
upon
jumped.
themselves and enter into the covenant of Yahweh, the door is open clearly here in Deuteronomy 29.
Even in the land when they was building back Israel, excuse me,
Hey, let me
rebuilding
get
the
the
temple.
ball
I think it's a
14
Nehemiah or
times.
Ezra. Did they want the help of non-Israelites?
I don't know. I mean, Solomon took the help of non-Israelites.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Gerald Loki
Bro, I had
taking
a
some
kid-
money
They
down.
rebuilt
I
the
had a
temple.
kid try and buy my
I believe
fucking,
it's a Nehemiah
try and buy
or
my
Ezra.
PC.
Did they ask help?
And he goes, I'll give you 1,300 for it. I said,
Non-Israelites.
fuck no. He goes, why, bro?
Why
It's a
does it
good
matter?
deal. I was
We're
like, for
talking
what?
about the law.
That's how much
We're
one
not
of my
talking about
GPUs costs.
the practices
Fuck
of
are we
certain
talking
individual
about? My
people
NVIDIA
throughout
GPU
history.
is
We're
fucking
talking about what is
1,300.
the law, and when we look at the law, there's one law
Oh my
for the
God.
native and for the
Oh my
sojourner.
God! Oh
So
my God!
The Torah is the binding
Yeah,
law
you need to
for
call
all
out
of
to
us.
him.
The fact that Israel is a dispersed
Look at this shit.
nation.
No.
So you say you're
I
an
think
Israelite,
he
I
need
say
to
I'm an
call
Israelite.
out to it.
Ultimately, what determines
I
Yeah,
could've
that's
done
bad.
all that.
That's bad because he's way faster than you,
is to
too.
follow
You
the Torah
got
and
there and
follow
all
all the
that.
commandments without adding or subtracting.
I literally fried
That's
the
the
whole
reason why I said, oh,
Just
God,
so
because that
you
shit was
understand,
slow as a bitch.
I'm not taking away
That
from
shit was
nothing
trash what
in
he
the
just
Torah,
did.
Tanakh, Old
Legit
Testament, or New
trash.
Testament. I'm teaching it for what it is.
No
We are
power forward
above
about
all
the score.
nations; they are beneath us.
Look,
They're
look,
not
step
I'm
equal
back.
5 for
to
10,
us.
but I could care less.
There's nowhere in the Bible that
That's
says
the
that
end of the
they're
game.
equal
That's the
to
end of the
us.
year. Fuck it. I'm
I
just
didn't say
throwing
that.
shit up.
I'm saying that the Israelites
say
are
that.
no. I said the Israelites are a holy nation, and people are allowed to join.
I'm over
the
here trying to
covenant
shoot all
in the
good and
nation of
random
the
bracket shit.
congregation of
Won't touch the
But you
ball,
said
but the
they're
nigga
one with us. When I
misses all the
asked you,
shots, keeps
are we above
continuously
them,
gets the
you didn't
ball.
want to agree
And he
with
gets
that at
pissed
first.
at, and he
Even when
still
I
gets the
first
ball.
asked you the question, you didn't want to agree
Bro,
to
stop
that.
throwing up stupid
Well,
shit, bro.
ultimately,
Stop throwing up
If
stupid
you
shit. Gets
believe,
past the
which
ball.
you don't, but if
Throws
you
up
if you
stupid
believe
shit.
based off of what the Torah actually
Wait,
says,
coach, right
that
here.
you're allowed to
Huss.
intermarry with
Huss.
sojourners,
Huss.
then
Great, y'all. Oh, God.
again,
The
you
AI's
haven't
on.
I
demonstrated
won.
that from the
They
I
put
text.
did
the
demonstrate
AI
it.
on you. That
I
nigga gonna
did
stop you to the
Demonstrated
paint
in
every
Deuteronomy 7
timer.
that says
Oh, you know, you
cannot
bet at the AI.
intermarry these specific
That nigga
nations.
chase
So
you
I don't
down.
agree with the white man's breakdown of Torah as
That's
the
why I've been
first
just
5 books of
trolling.
Moses. I disagree with that
Oh, you need
totally.
one more dot.
For
So
me,
you disagree
Oh, I
with
do need one more
when
dot.
it
Okay.
says that
I'm
Moses
finna
completed writing the
just
Torah,
run up court.
Deuteronomy 31, 20,
Fuck it.
29.
but I disagree
Oh,
that that's the
pal,
only law.
bro.
Like in the New Testament,
Wow,
and
you couldn't
Christ
defend
said,
that,
does
niggas?
it not say in your law,
Shut up.
ye are gods? He's referencing Psalms, the 82nd
I was
chapter.
about to say you can't defend
Because
that nigga's
during their
God.
time,
I didn't get to
they
say
knew
it
that the
all.
law wasn't just
Come on,
Genesis to
Oh my
Hey,
God, you sorry.
So when
fight.
Nehemiah says that
They're
Solomon
about
sinned,
to
when
come
it says
back.
that Solomon
My guard
sinned,
scored. Lord.
even though he slept with nations outside of that, that holds true. So I don't agree with
I got us. Give me
that
that
notion
thing.
that we
Yep.
can't
There
go
are
to the
no
scripture.
commandments. That's not a commandment.
Let it
It's a
go.
historical claim.
I got the
When you look at
rebound.
the
Let it go.
commandments-
I'm not saying it from a commandment position.
I was
I'm
trying to get that
saying
shit
it
as quick
from-
as I can.
Here's
and then
what
we
you're
gonna call
saying. You're
timeout
saying
and
because
shit.
I show outside of Deuteronomy that it was a sin to marry an Edomite, you don't want to accept it because it's not mentioned in Deuteronomy the 7th chapter.
He's probably
What
like,
I'm
"Oh,
showing
kill
you
him,
is that Nehemiah had a better spirit than you.
all he's doing is
That's
dunking the
the
ball.
writer of Solomon of Kings had a better
And letting
spirit
that
than
thing
you.
fly.
That when they
Oh,
read that
shit.
verse in
He got
Deuteronomy
1-3
7th
ball.
chapter, they knew that what God was actually saying
Step back.
is not to marry outside
Step back.
of your
Oh
race.
boy,
I
I
told
was
you
gonna
to
do a
start
step
calling
back.
timeouts.
Yeah,
You're
I
trying to
was
All right,
gonna
do
good.
do
it
I'm glad they
because
called them.
the only comeback
Yeah,
you
call
can
over him,
give
and I'm just gonna give you
is
the ball
it's not
and
in
give it right back.
Genesis to Deuteronomy. That's horrible scholarship.
That's not horrible scholarship. That is what the Torah says.
Tell
Do
them
not
how to
add
Oh, I
or
didn't get
subtract to these commandments. These
I'm not-
commandments.
I'm not
And
tripping.
Moses completes it in writing.
He's just
gonna
gonna give it to
Again,
him.
Deuteronomy 31.
He
So were
missed.
they wrong when they? So when Solomon and Nehemiah, so when it writes in Kings,
Oh, and he's
about
wide open.
Solomon,
That is
and
an LP
Nehemiah
was
says
spamming
it
calling
was a
for it.
sin. Was he lying?
He ain't guarding a
So
fucking
again, first
thing.
of all, what I pointed out to you in the book of Kings.
See that
it
thing I
says
got
that
us.
They were. He married
Okay,
of the
crossplay.
nations that God told him not to marry. It doesn't mean
AI.
that entire list.
Why they
The
on
verse-
him?
God
Me?
told him not to
The
marry.
whole reason for that is to show
Ew.
you that he married women he was not supposed
He wasn't
to,
ready to shoot that shit.
including them.
Bro, this
So when
shows how to so
Nehemiah
slow
said he
once you start
sinned,
comboing.
was he lying?
Yeah, you gotta put fucking fucking ball handle.
I mean, he
on
was
and
not
shit.
lying about
Nah,
marrying
I got like a
Moabites
70,
and
but
Ammonites and all that.
God.
Kings mentions more than that.
One more.
My bad.
Can we get the source of Kings? Do you have
Give me that!
First
Oh,
Kings
I had to
11
let
and
one
1,
go.
and
come on,
verse
shoot
2.
it. I don't care if you make it.
First Kings?
And then the thing
Come on
about
now.
verse 4, it
Come on
doesn't
here.
say which
Oh my
wife
God.
turned his
Thank
heart
God.
away.
Oh, yes. Ball game right here. Oh, I'm shooting that.
They got you sandwiched up.
Green!
Well, by the time it's
Nigga about to quit out.
Edomites.
9 for
And then verse 8.
So it says of the nations that Yahweh said.
Game, bro. That's why I like playing big, because you get to troll and you can still have a good
all
game.
of those women were.
Can you read verse 8?
Yes, I shot 5 for 12, but I had a triple double. So
Yes.
So really
not much you can say.
Yeah. And
no,
likewise,
so
he
you
did
get all the
for
boards and
all
shit.
his
That's why I can't complain.
wives.
Never complain to the
Do you
big
think
man.
that's necessarily true that all foreign women are going to worship other gods?
Unless it's 5 for 12.
Yeah, I think it's natural. Like I think it's as natural as if
Man,
a
that's the
black
best
man
5 for 12 you've ever seen.
marries anybody from another. I'll use East Indian for example. If a black
I
man marries
guess
an East
so. I'll
Indian
take your
woman, it
word
could be
for
any gender. It's not a gender specific argument. But if a black
don't
man
wanna see that
marries
again.
any woman of another race, the black man can be a Christian. He doesn't have to be an Israelite. He could be a Muslim. When he marries a woman, those are two cultures colliding.
All right, I don't know if
And
I
if
could
you
do that.
fall in
This
love,
nigga, man.
you're going to blend cultures. It's natural. That's why
What do I
God
bring
said
up,
don't
you
do it.
said?
So it's not even like it's not unnatural for you to get with a woman.
I don't care.
It could be your own race, and you blend cultures, and you might do some things that you wouldn't have normally
Shit,
done. But for
5?
her, I'll do it. I wouldn't normally do this.
That's fucking
A woman might
garbage,
say I wouldn't
though,
do this
son.
normally, but for him, she'll
But
do it.
Are you breaking God's commandments? Because you're giving practical advice. You know, don't join different
Bring
cultures.
up big
I'm trying to
time.
give you a
It's
bigger
not about, well, the bigger picture is
Because he's
God's
the shitty
commandments.
nigga.
right. But
Are
Wanna
they
play with
breaking
shitty
God's
niggas.
commandments?
Yes,
Is
they-
your
So we can
wife
get more
breaking God's
shitty
commandments?
niggas.
That's the question you should be asking.
no, Solomon
Bro, you
wrote
played Dead by Daylight?
commandments of marrying strange women and then
No.
worshiping. And
Bro, you should play that
resurrecting
game on
idols
your Twitch.
to those strange women.
Dead
What
by
I'm trying
Daylight.
to
How much it
Yeah.
cost?
understand
It's
is
free
how
as-
You got,
simple it is
what Game
and why
Pass you got?
God gave us a law
Ultimate.
for it.
Yeah, it's on
Because
Game Pass.
God knew if the
Ultimate
first
Game
commandment is to
Pass.
obey God with all thy might, soul, and strength, and have no other gods before him. He knows if you get this vagina from this heathen, that vagina make you do
But
some
yeah, you should
strange
play that
things
on your
for it.
Twitch.
And so he knows that. So he says, stay away from that. And so that's the point. So in verse 8, it says he did it for all his strange wives. So when Nehemiah said
You can cloud play
Solomon
too.
sinned, when this verse says of the nations which God said, that includes nations that are not in Deuteronomy the 7th chapter.
What if it was a sojourning woman who was following the Torah?
Well, that's a what if you got to deal with. Because even if it's a sojourning woman,
You
it
gotta
still
play
doesn't
Destiny
say we
with
can
us. You'll probably
marry
be
a
a Destiny
woman from
god.
another nation that joined
That's a
themselves
lot
I
of
played
grind.
and lived in our
All my
land.
stuff's on the
Doesn't say that you
PlayStation.
can't.
Yes, it does. That's what Deuteronomy the 7th chapter says.
No,
You can't
Deuteronomy
switch such a
7th chapter
woman.
says you
You
cannot
never
marry
played
these
Destiny
women
too.
from these particular nations.
Oh,
You
yeah,
gotta play
let me ask you a
Dead
question,
by
though.
Daylight.
Other nations.
Yeah, so
Dead by
what you're bringing about is a hypothetical that we can't prove. What I can prove is Deuteronomy
Bro,
the
I'm
7th
telling you, the
chapter
game
say
is
don't give your
hilarious, bro.
daughters nor take their sons, blah blah, like likewise like that. 1 Kings 11 and verses 1 through 8. Nehemiah, the first chapter, Nehemiah, I think it's like chapter 11, and the book of Tobit 4 and 12 says,
You got an
beware of
instant?
all whoredom, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers. So if you want to be a whore, you marry outside of your race.
Again, that's an opinion. It's an opinion.
It's not an opinion. That's what the text say.
No, because the
Check
Torah
how
is
much
not
you
making
pay,
it
I
a
can
matter
show
of race.
you.
It's making it a matter of
It is making it a matter of race. Even when you talk about the nations that you're saying that you're specific to, that's a matter of race.
They on the taboo.
You can't
Damn,
marry
where
that
the fuck are they
race.
going like this in Florida?
But it's those particular.
No, this is where we disagree, because then Solomon did not sin by
Oh, I hate
marrying an
niggas.
Edomite.
Niggas be following bitches around. Bro, get on.
No. I'm saying he did sin. I'm trying
He
to show
want to
you.
stop with his
Literally
homeboy.
says
Start
married
talking that
of
shit.
those women from the wrong.
And it says he did for all his strange wives burnt incense and sacrifice unto their gods.
He
That's
really
what
throwing that
it
shit
says.
back.
It doesn't even say which one of the nations he did it for.
Does that mean that that's necessarily what would happen, though? Is it impossible for a woman to be God-fearing and take on the Torah on herself?
That's like saying, is it possible to not get a bad disease if you eat pork? That's like saying it's impossible to not get a bad disease if you eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. We don't work with what ifs. God said don't do
God.
it. You
Bro,
don't
he
do it
turned
because
up.
he
She's
said
spinning
so.
in a
You don't say,
circle.
well,
It's
I'm
about to
gonna
throw
marry
some
this
more
woman and I'm gonna
ass.
obey God to the
God.
end. You
God.
don't do that.
That's the thing. God never says
She just want to
not
throw
to
ass.
intermarry with other nations. He just
Nehemiah was smarter than
Just
you and
want to
I.
throw some
So the
ass.
writer of Kings was smarter than you and I, and they knew to
Y'all
show
here
Solomon's
dying,
sin,
bro.
and they knew to show and call it a sin.
Right. So again,
Why
I
you
would
dying?
completely
What's the
agree
matter,
that Solomon
bud?
sinned by marrying
Oh my
the nations that
god.
the Torah says not to marry, and he sinned chiefly by worshiping other gods. Right.
You about to be
And that's
20?
certainly the sin of Solomon. However, to say that he sinned by marrying
I'm glad you finally said it's a
the
sin.
act of marrying a
Yeah.
nation that God never said not to marry,
It's hard
Yeah,
to tell.
that's
It's
the
it's
crazy.
not a
sin.
sin if God never specified that nation.
Because you know
In
that
fact, by the way, since you love the word brother, it says, "Do not abominate an Edomite because he is your brother."
I don't abominate no Edomite.
Right? But he's your brother.
I hate him though.
I'm gonna have to go on the monkey app and talk
Sounds like
shit.
abominate, but he's your
No,
brother.
it doesn't, because even in Hebrew, the word hate and abhor are two different words. Right? To abhor an Edomite is to do something to an Edomite because they're an Edomite. But if they do something to me, like Amalek, one of the dukes of Edom, did God tell Saul to go and destroy all of Amalek?
Yes, that was a particular nation.
Right. In Psalms 137, did it say, "O daughter of Edom, who ought to be destroyed"?
Again, not the Torah.
Does it say it?
I have to look it up. I'll take your word for it.
So you don't read out past Deuteronomy?
I don't know the whole Bible by heart. Do you?
Yes.
You know the entire Bible by heart?
I'll say it differently. I know the spirit of the entire Bible by heart.
It's quoted me a random psalm. I have to
Oh, okay. Well, this psalm is near and dear to my heart, especially when someone says you can't abhor an Edomite. So in Psalms 137, it says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou
too
hast served
good.
us. Happy shall
But-
he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the
But
stone."
you're not ready.
So now
Damn,
we
that's
have
a big
verse
ass
where it's
rocket.
gonna be happy when we get
Oh,
to
they
take
lit
them
that shit on
Edomite babies
fire.
and dash
Oh,
their head against the
shit.
stones. So abhorring an Edomite is if I see a Edomite and I say, "You Edomite," and just punch him in the face. I cannot do that. But if an Edomite does anything to me, I can defend myself. That does not mean let an Edomite whoop your ass.
Shit, too
That's
good.
not what that means. Because I will whoop a Edomite's ass.
Right. So, yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Again, I'm not waiting to bash any baby's head.
I'm not waiting either. It says, "Happy shall he be that taketh." You ain't waiting, you're gonna take it. But that is what the Bible says, right?
Right. Again, like I said,
Holy
I
shit, too
go
good.
with the Torah first and foremost as the law, and the Torah never says to kill Edomite babies.
The Torah says, "Happy shall the Bible." The Torah says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." This is written by Israelites.
That's the psalm.
It's written by Israelites, though.
Not everything
Shut the fuck
Israelites
up.
write is correct.
Oh, go. I
So
can't
you're saying they were wrong to write this?
Well, look, if it's God's will, it's God's will. But it's definitely
Thank you.
not-
It is
definitely
God's
not-
will,
it's
and
definitely
it's
not
in
a
God's
law.
will to enslave the other nations, right?
Enslave?
Yes.
Where does it say to enslave the other?
In Isaiah 14 in Isaiah
Yeah.
14 verses 1, Isaiah 14, you tell me if this is captivity or not. This is Isaiah 14, 1 through 1 and 2. "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Ooh, see, you got your little strangers. Your little strangers, they're going to be joined. Verse 2. "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Is that captivity for the other nations?
Right. Again, like I really
Look at
don't
extras,
appreciate
huh?
these verses, and that's why.
Yes.
let's hold those for open panel fun.
How do you say, I'm reading from the book of Isaiah?
Yeah, I'll tell you how, because I see what the Torah
Let
says.
me know when
The
you're
Torah
ready to
says,
play.
if you steal a man and sell him, you're punishable by death.
Let me know when
So
you're ready
are
to play.
we taking them captive?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm not even on that game anymore.
I don't believe that Isaiah is the law.
The fuck you
Are
playing?
Israelites taking them
Is that what they
captive?
look?
Did this verse just say, And what's crazy is you said Israelites ain't the law, but you just read
by
Isaiah
daylight.
11 where we're going to be gathered from the four corners. So we can read Isaiah to gather from the four corners. That's Isaiah 11.
I'll just stick. I'll
Wait,
stick
no.
hilarious.
Look. Now you're running from the scriptures. Now.
Well, again, I'll stick to Deuteronomy 30.
That man said, wait, before you don't do that. Don't do that. We can go to Deuteronomy 30 in a minute.
Well, I
And
know
your
that you
opening
buy-
soliloquy. You read Isaiah. This is what you read. You read Isaiah 11. You
11.
said, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again at time to recover the remnant of his people. Is that true? Yes or no?
Well, it says that in Deuteronomy 30. So
No.
that's why I believe it.
If it said that in Deuteronomy 30, you would have read it. Don't run from the scriptures you read. You started there. So I'm going to ask you again. Does it say that in Isaiah?
It said, I'm not
So the reason why I
fucking
read from
black.
Isaiah is because it has that clear statement of the four corners.
Bro, what?
But Deuteronomy 30 says the same thing, and you're right.
Nah,
Hey,
you
you
It's
are-
listen,
clutching
you
her
ran
back
through-
around
you
white
ran
folks,
through
and she gonna be
Assyria,
like, why you
Egypt,
doing
Pathros,
that? I'm
Cush,
not black.
Elam, China. Your opening soliloquy, you was going off.
That's fucked
Why
up.
you running from Isaiah now?
And here's what I'll tell you. I would definitely probably have been better off reading Deuteronomy 30, where it says God will come.
So are
and-
you now rejecting Isaiah 11?
Well, I think Deuteronomy 30 already says that God will gather in.
That
the
ain't answering the
dispersed of
question.
Israel.
Are you now rejecting Isaiah 11?
Isaiah 11 is true because it says that in Deuteronomy 30.
So then Isaiah
I was
14
bringing
is
it-
You
also
what?
true.
I used to
I
bite
was
people.
bringing it as an example because I know
Bro, I got a
that
15-minute
you
ban.
believe in
Never
the
mind.
entire
I'm not
book of
playing this
Isaiah,
game.
so I'm bringing it as an
You
example.
got banned
So you don't
on
believe in
Dark
the
for
entire
Daylight?
book of Isaiah?
Bro, you
I
got
believe
Fortnite?
that Israel should enslave other
The
nations.
Fort
That
guy?
ain't what I asked you. Do you
Yeah.
believe in the
You
entire
trying to make me
book
play
of
Fortnite?
Isaiah?
Well, no, I guess not.
The
because
yes or no
Isaiah
question,
says
you got
to
it.
enslave other
I
nations.
don't
You done
know.
made this man reject
I don't know,
the
bro. I don't know. I gotta
Well,
check. I gotta
again,
check.
it's not a rejection of the Bible.
It is. You just
He's
rejected
asking me
the book
about
of Isaiah.
Fort Gay.
To me, the Bible is the
Let's
Torah. The
see,
law
bud.
is what's written in the 5 books of Moses.
You just rejected Isaiah after reading Isaiah. I ain't never made nobody do. No, I have, but not like this. Not
Well,
when
Isaiah-
they started in Isaiah and they
How you
opened
spell
it, and
Fortnite?
then now because I show a chapter
Oh
where it
my
says they're gonna
god.
take them captives, whose captives they were. Now he
FORTNITE.
rejecting Isaiah.
Yeah, it's nothing new. I've already had
Yeah,
this
I don't
opinion.
even know
The reason
half
why
what
I
shit
brought
you said.
Isaiah is because you believe in Isaiah, so I'm bringing it as proof for you. And
You
it's
didn't know
spelled
what I
out.
believe, man. You didn't know
Well,
what I believe.
I-
You was
you-
pulling that verse to show me, hey, guy, we could be Israelites in Europe. We could be Israelites here. We could be Israelites there. Look what it says here. Because Deuteronomy 30, I think it's like
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 30 and 5, which
Mhm.
of course I agree with, but I agree with all the scriptures. Starting
It
at
says
3.
Deuteronomy 4, 3.
Yeah. When it says, then the Lord thy God would turn thy captivity, have compassion on thee, return and gather thee from all nations.
Fortnite.
My name is Sota Tachibana.
Play
And that
with
towering lady beside
cloud
me is my
gaming.
big sister, Kaoru Tachibana. Well, stepsister to be
Quit
accurate.
remote play first.
As you can probably tell just by looking, the two of us can't be
I got
related
it.
by blood.
Go on.
A girls' dorm?
So, as of now, you'll serve as both dorm manager and coach, okay?
Huh? I will?
Quit remote play. I did quit.
Which is the Lord have scattered
Oh,
thee,
it's
and
being-
many of thine be driven
being
out
weird,
to the
bro.
uttermost parts of heaven. From thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will I fetch thee. And the Lord thy God will bring thee.
Play
into
with
the
cloud
land
ga- I'm
of
on
promised
cloud
possession, thou shalt
gaming.
possess it and do good.
I'm playing 4K.
So,
Yeah.
even if you stick in
Yay! Cheer for
Deuteronomy,
me. You're not gonna
how
cheer.
did we get the land?
Cheer
of
for
Israel?
me. Yeah.
Through conquest?
So you're fine
Playing
with them killing them.
4K.
Yeah, because God said so.
But God also said so in Isaiah, we're going to take them captives.
No,
who
maybe
captives
I
they
say
were.
no.
God said that too.
Depends if you believe that that's the direct word of God.
Damn, man, you don't even believe that's the direct word of God.
Not necessarily. It would have to be demonstrated.
Oh, God.
But let me ask you a question now.
Okay.
What would you say regarding the fact why do you believe that European Jews cannot be Israelite descendants? And also, what basis do you have that your lineage has been so perfectly preserved?
Oh my God, you're actually on Fortnite. Let me switch accounts.
The Europeans, their conversion, I think, is in like the 5th century, starting. When they converted, even like the Sephardics, some now. What I will say about the Sephardic,
I never played Fort Gay
because
before.
of migration. So when, like, I know when
you've never played it before.
Play.
I think you made it seem like we think all Israelites
You've never played it
before. In Africa. That's just not what we teach.
You gotta be
What we teach is that Israelites.
Fort K came out when I was like fucking in high school.
Some that might be Sephardi could be us.
No, it didn't.
They could not.
Yes, it did, bro.
When you talk about Amalek or the Ashkenazi, those
I was in
are
high school from 2009 to 2013,
like
bro.
your ancestry, you
When
come
I came
from
out in
converts.
2018.
In Poland and
Like
Russians
I said, I was out of high
those
school
are
when the
all-
game came out.
How do you know that?
Because that's what they know. That's
You're
why
not
they
listening.
reject the whole concept of how you are a Jew, how you are an Israelite.
God
They
damn, I
don't
was in
even
high
go
school
by
2000.
the Bible.
Fucking
They don't go by
God
the Torah.
damn.
Have the same laws as the
You just found out about your little fucking little turtle shell.
according to Sephardic Jews as well. It's the same law.
By your mother, right?
You didn't even
Where
know
is
what
that
a
in the
turtle
Torah?
shell was back
It's not. I
then.
disagree with that.
That's what I'm saying. So even by their own way of establishing them being Israelites is impossible. If they go by their mother, then that means that Jewish woman that sleeps with a Chinese man, because that baby comes out of a Jewish vagina, they think it's a Jew, and it's not. That's a Chinese baby,
Are you in here?
right? Isn't that a
Okay.
Chinese baby?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So for all them women that have produced children, they are producing children opposite of Torah. That's why Revelations 2:9 say they are the synagogue of Satan.
Right. Okay. So all of this based off of your assumption that you cannot marry converts.
It's based off of them lying on the Torah. They lie. They lie on the Torah saying you're a Jew by your mother. That is a complete and utter lie. They circumcise their babies opposite of the Torah. That is a complete and utter lie.
Opposite, or they just add a little gross.
No, they
ritual?
opposite. There's nowhere in the Bible that it says let that rabbi come and nibble on nothing.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting. Obviously.
So that is the synagogue of Satan.
Okay, but here's the thing.
You know, Isaiah, bringing up Isaiah again, it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So what they have done is turn upside down what it means to be a Jew, even using the term Jew. I was on Matan Evans' platform 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I asked them, where's Reuben at? Where's Simeon at? Where's Ephraim at? They don't even know.
Don't sell you.
So they're fine
Only
for
game
being
I've
the
never
imposters.
played before.
Even the state of Israel
Yes.
was by
On a
chance.
game you never played before.
That's not
Don't
what
sell
they
me.
wanted, right?
Insane
you know that
work.
history, right?
Uganda.
No. They actually wanted South America. They looked at South America. They looked at Haiti, and then they looked in Africa, and then they settled on Palestine. And
I'm
divided
like,
Palestine in
where's
half.
mine?
Because
Woke up my fresh sweet wine and I got the soda.
We're just finding a place where we can kind
Yeah.
of take over. So for them, no, they don't follow that. For us, we
You
go
never heard
by
that song?
biblical prophecy.
I've heard the song.
Deuteronomy 28:68 as an example. You mentioned Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Other attributes like the description of the Israelites do not match the so-called Jewish man today. So those are things that we look at for somebody like myself. So ours is prophecy. We go by the spirit. Some oral tradition we go by as well.
But in the same sense that the Sephardic Jews intermingled with the Middle Eastern cultures based off of conversion, the same way that the Ashkenaz Jews intermingled with European culture, what makes you think that your
You're in the lobby,
ancestors
fool.
didn't intermingle with Africans?
Oh, I never said we didn't. That's why I said we go by. Remember the first
what'd
thing
you
you
call me,
asked
cool?
me that we was talking about. I said we go
You're in
and
the lobby,
ask
fool.
you your ancestry on your fathers.
Yeah,
That's the
just
first
call
thing
me
I said.
cool.
I'll give an example. Like Bob Marley is a
You're in the
white
lobby.
man to us, even though he has black skin because he has a white Irish father.
So you know
Then
for a
Mariah
fact,
Carey, but then Mariah Carey would be a black woman to us because she has a black father.
okay, you know for
What the
a
fuck is
fact
going
that
on?
from you father to father to father to father goes back to one of the tribes of Israel.
It's
Yeah.
trying to play.
How
It's
do you
trying
know
to play off my
Well, our
fucking.
Bible say strive not after endless genealogy. So we go
It's
by
trying to
oral
play off my
tradition,
fucking
us
thing,
coming
off
up
my
on slave ships. Even when you
computer.
go look
That's
at a
why.
map, it'll say land of Judah.
Hold on.
When we
I'm
first
trying
came
to.
over here, we actually
Gotta
knew it was
disconnect off my
Israel.
fucking
One of the
shit
reasons they
started on
took
my
away
fucking
our
computer.
identity was for that reason.
Trying to figure out what the fuck is
So
going on.
So only black
I'm not
people
going.
that
You'll
were
probably
sold
like
as
it playing
slaves
better
are
on the
no,
computer.
no, because no.
Why you say
See,
that?
listening is an art.
Some black.
Yo, better
Because
graphics.
you have Israelites that was in Europe, even though some of them was a part of the slave
black?
trade too. They're the ones
Graphics,
that ended
fool.
up on the
Wow,
Caribbean
really? Because I'm
islands.
black. That's
But you have
crazy.
Israelites that are in Europe.
Yeah, because you're
Israelites
black.
that are in
There.
Australia. You got Israelites all over.
That's
So we
insane
don't say
work.
that Israelites only come from Africa.
Insane
You
work.
was asking about. I was assuming you was asking about those of us in America. Even the transatlantic slave trade itself.
All right.
started
We're
from
doing
America
that.
to
I gotta do
Spain.
all this fucking
Because
stupid ass setting
Israelites are
shit.
people who
What is
have
this
heard
gay
from their
ass shit?
father to their father to their father that they
What are we playing
the
again?
12 tribes.
Oh,
Playing
yeah,
Fortnite.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
and
right. I
one
got
other thing I
changed
wanted
my
to add,
shooting settings.
like the
too.
natives of America, they knew they were Israelites.
Just don't be
Before they were
ass, and
conquered,
we will be
you get a good
okay.
book called Lost Tribes in Promised
He
Land
said,
where they
"Don't be
spoke
too
Hebrew.
good." He said,
They knew what tribes they was from.
Oh
They
no,
knew that
I'm
they
a
was from the
god
tribe
at
of
this
Reuben.
game, boy.
And Ephraim and Manasseh was on an island nearby.
"What's a God to a
You can find this
non-believer?
information in history.
I don't
The
believe
Native
it.
Americans were Israelites.
Yes.
You
How did they get there?
And
You
Second
should
Ezra,
give
the
it
believe
up,
13th
me.
alright.
you mentioned First Kings
Alright,
when
alright.
they was taken into
No
Assyrian
church in
captivity.
a
In
while.
Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, they said that they would go to a land where man did not dwell,
Alright.
and that land was
Screen.
called Arsareth. So
Adjust
they were here
screen.
thousands of years before Columbus got here.
Fuck it.
How do you know how they got here?
All
Yeah, the
right.
Lord. Let me read it for you. The Lord helped them travel over here. Hold on.
Turn on voice
By
chat.
ship
Sure.
or through
By
the
ship.
land bridge?
By ship. Yeah, by ship.
Claim
I got a
all.
good. I don't have
I got
a good one.
128 items.
The Bering Strait myth.
Yeah.
we got rid of that.
I'm
a
the
long
fucking
time ago,
best
'cause I know
person
they
in
like to
here
say that they
already.
came over that way, but we got rid of that a long time ago.
So when you were a little boy, your dad sat you down on his
Battle
lap and said,
pass.
Captain,
All right, where's-
little Captain, you're an Israelite.
How
And
do
I'm
I
an
join
Israelite,
that?
and my father's an Israelite, and we've all
I
been
need to send you an
Israelites
invite.
since 12 tribes. Is that what
In
happened?
Isaiah the 56th chapter,
Choose a fire
I
spray.
know you don't like Isaiah, but Isaiah is such a good.
Let's
scripture.
go.
In Isaiah the 56th chapter,
Play Fort Gay. Level
and
1.
verse
What the fuck
3.
is this
It says,
stupid
You've
"These are the
played
shit?
this
sons of
game
a stranger that
before.
joined
I have
themselves to the
not,
Lord, speak,
boy.
saying, the Lord has utterly separated
Nah, you
me
definitely
from his
have, boy.
people."
How you
So
know,
there was a
boy?
time, and then
Because that
another
skin,
verse I
boy.
quote before I answer. This is Romans.
Nigga, I
9th
just
chapter.
unlocked all these skins.
Oh, I love this Bible. I love knowing and reading the whole Bible.
I'm level
That way I
1,
ain't held
boy.
to the first 5 books. This is Romans 9. This is Romans 9 and 24. Even us whom we have called, not
Is this
of
the
the
shit we
Jews
gotta
only, but
build and
also
all
the
this shit?
Gentiles. As he also saith in Osee, I
Yeah.
will call them my people, which were not my people, and they'll be loved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to
Characters. I have
pass
22
that in the
characters.
place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there you shall be
You have
called the
22?
children of the living God. So
Yup.
my father did not.
Did you just
sit
count
me on
them, or
his
does it
lap,
tell
as
you?
said. That's a
It
little
tells you.
pause worthy. I know that's your Jewish
Where does it
background.
tell
Okay,
you? Oh, I
count
got
that.
Say that.
I got
We don't sit on-
560
I don't know sons that sit on daddy's laps like
561.
that.
characters.
But my father did not say
Yeah,
he
you're
was
good.
a Jew or an Israelite, but my father did give me a good understanding of the Bible. It wasn't until I met Commanding General Yohana and the men
They don't tell
of
you,
the
bro. This used to be my
ISUPK,
game.
Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, that they was able to give me the spirit of the Lord and my identity of who
All right,
I
I'm ready.
am. Because the one thing about black people, we don't know who we
I don't
are.
give a fuck.
That's why we'll identify ourselves by
You
our
should,
religion
because I'm about to have
or
to
our
carry you, bro.
belief instead of
You
actually
the
having an
magic company,
ethnicity. So-
You were told by your general that you're an Israelite.
Yeah, not just told, shown. So I always
Oh, I
knew
had
that
the
I
press
came,
ready.
you know, just
I
I was
see what you're
descendant
saying.
of slaves. I knew I came off the slave ships, knew I came from west coast of Africa, but I didn't know who I was.
Who knew I came
before
from the West Coast?
How many
of
times you
Africa?
think you're gonna
and
die?
What was I before when I was on the west coast of Africa? What was I? And so
How
they was
ugly
able
are
to
you?
show us that history
Huh?
of
How
us
ugly
being
are you?
Israelites, of African. Like most people look at
God,
the slavery
boy.
as like
I'm
just
cute.
random grabbing random people, but it was
Nigga say
extremely
he's
tribal.
cute.
They knew who we were. We knew
Nigga
who
gay.
they were when the European who did not come on African soil
All right, let's see what you
What the
got.
worked
fuck
with
am
the
I doing
Africans. They
here?
caught
How you
us and
jumping
sold
shit?
us. That's why when you look up
You're
the
jumping.
names
What do you
of
mean? How do I
slaves, you'll
jump?
see that they have the
All right,
Israelite
press
names
down on
coming
your.
off of the
Are you
slave
playing on
ships.
the console
How do you
or
know
on the
that
controller?
at no point
Yes.
you're Israelite?
Okay, so press down on your
married
left
a
stick and you'll
non-Israelite woman,
sprint.
or that your Israelite mother married a
There you go.
non-Israelite man.
That's
I
good.
wasn't arguing.
Okay,
Why
and
we
then-
built? There's
your
buildings
edit
and
should
shit.
be
that we marry outside of Israel, like when we migrated. So that's not my argument. But a seed doesn't die. If an Israelite
How you
woman
build?
marries a
press
non-Israelite
B.
man, that child is not an Israelite. I don't come from that
And
stock.
then it
I'm
should
gonna
just be
get cooked.
Well, I was able to trace
Nah,
my
you'll be
lineage
alright.
back as far as I could.
I ain't
but our
building
book
shit.
says,
I'm just gonna
don't
shoot.
strive after endless genealogies.
Oh, look,
There's
here comes
people
this
that
gay
think there
shit.
came a certain generation. I couldn't
we'll go.
past that.
Bro, you making
So
me
I just
play
know
this
by
sport gay
tracing
ass
that
shit.
and
Yeah,
the
we'll play
Spirit of
that.
the
We'll
Lord.
go there.
That's
Well,
why
how-
I
we
reject
should have played
Isaiah
Jump.
like you did.
casual.
Okay, well,
Jump. How you jump?
There's
first of all,
not
I didn't
casual.
reject
You
that.
did.
Hey.
You said you
I said
did.
that- I said
You
that
on
Isaiah-
record. You know.
And then
on
point your
record
stick down.
saying, I reject it.
Tell
I
me what
guess
the
I
fuck to
reject
do.
it because I don't believe it because you don't want the other nations to go in captivity. That's what you
I feel
said.
old as
Yeah, I
fuck.
said I reject that Isaiah is the law, and to quote.
No, you ain't say law. Nope, you
What
don't
is
do
this
that.
shit?
You
How
know-
long
you
it
know
take for you
tape
to
is
get
out already.
down here?
You know,
You
already
could
said
once
it's already
it,
recorded.
you can press
Oh,
A, then
okay.
hit your glider again.
Outside
Okay, there
of
you go.
man.
Thank you. And I've said
Get those
that
chests.
many times that I don't believe that the rest of the Old Testament is authoritative law.
I'm dead.
However,
Authoritative law
You got
and
it already?
authoritative are two different things.
Yeah.
excuse me, according to Deuteronomy 18:22, it says if you want to know if a prophecy is true, see if it comes true. So I guess
I
we'll
might
see
have got
if it's
full
true
box.
that at the end of days, God wants the Israelites to bash Edomites' babies' heads into the rocks, even though we don't even know who Edomites are. So that's an entirely different point. But
There you go.
I'd like
Oh, yeah.
to kind of
Oh, yeah.
get caught
Come
up
on.
this right now. Because
Come on,
what
you got
about
this.
me? I come
Yep.
to your organization and I
Okay,
say,
he died.
I'm an Israelite. My father is
There
an
you go.
Israelite. His father's an Israelite. All of us.
Where you live at?
Oh my
I
god.
want your address. What's the city?
Right now, I live in California.
What am I watching, bro? Radio.
There's nothing for me to do. There's
How do you
4
find
people there.
genealogy?
I just told you.
Fucking 5 people. I fucking missed. That shit was not damaging shit. I was like,
Listen, I'll tell you a funny story.
I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fucking shoot him. And then I'm like, no, this is not damage. I'm gonna run in and like, still go back and shoot the nigga.
I threw him down the stairs like I
Like that shit was garbage. Like I be over here shaking ass on the
I'm
ground
not
and
saying we're
shit.
gonna do that to you. It's just a funny
That's
story.
hilarious.
I just like telling the story.
This game is
Again, you're not
garbage.
actually.
Nah, don't play the game.
No, this shit is
I'm telling you the
garbage.
message. Come to
That
class
shit
and find
clunky as a bitch. I'm jumping, trying to shoot, missing niggas
Don't
with the
blame
hammer
the
on them.
game,
It's not a
bro.
secret class. It's
Don't
public.
I
quit the
should have
game.
gave you a
It's
better
open to the
walk.
public.
I
We
should have
got
gave you
classes
a
Monday
better
through Friday, 7 to
tutorial.
9 p.m.
It's how convenient.
All right,
when
here.
You just gave an entire soliloquy to quote you about how terrible.
All right,
Only
here,
thing
try
I
building,
can
try
do is
building.
jump and shit. I'm trying to slide and shit.
Here, pick that up and try building.
Don't have certainty of your genealogy.
Pick
I
that up
didn't
and try
admit that.
building.
That's what you.
They
That's
got
how
it.
you
Pick that up,
interpret
pick
what
that
I
up,
said.
pick that
Fucking
up.
gun shoot, shitty.
Okay, try building.
Strive
Press B.
after endless genealogy.
Okay,
But I
now
know
press
that I'm an
the
Israelite.
left trigger.
How do you know?
Okay.
If you don't have
Because
the
I
genealogy?
just
Okay, we're
told
getting
you
somewhere.
biblical
Are you already out of
prophecy.
mats?
When it says you shall go into Egypt again with ships, none of your people who went in captivity on ships.
All right,
and
look,
have
Dave,
not
try
been
doing
redeemed
this.
You have Jeremiah 42:44.
Who have not been redeemed yet. I'm talking about now.
What do you mean by redeemed?
That's what when it says no man shall buy you, that's redeemed.
Right.
Who's been redeemed? What is it like? Who went into cargo slave
Yeah.
ships?
We
and
got
been
this, bro. We
redeemed?
got this. We got this.
Yeah, this shit is.
What do you mean by redeemed?
Jesus Christ.
We got
It
this.
said we ain't gonna see our
This shit
homeland
look
again.
crazy
Your
as fuck. This
ancestors,
what
they
niggas be
living in-
playing?
They living in Israel right
Yeah.
now, right?
This shit
So why
trash.
ain't they got all of Israel? Because that's not even all of Israel. That's just half of Palestine.
Go to the place with the roller coasters.
Why y'all don't have all of Israel?
Go to the place
I'm
with the
not-
road
I'm
Because you're
coasters.
not the
necessarily.
people. Because they're not the people.
I'm going on that mark.
Okay. Or they're not
Right.
following God's commandments. That's
Yep.
another
They're not the
alternative.
people.
Or they're not following the
You already
Torah.
down there?
They're not the people.
Almost.
How do you know that?
Because they're not. Listen, I remember when Helen Thomas said
There's hella people
they
here.
should go back home.
It's alright. I'll
And they
kill
was
him.
like, what do you mean? Say,
Yeah.
because, they're from Poland, Russia.
Boy,
They fired her.
that was
from the
first
White
game
House.
on.
She
You
had worked there
underestimated
since,
my
like,
skills at this game.
50s. They fired her that day.
Bro,
She got
you
fired.
underestimated
Because
my
everybody know-
skills.
Arthur Koestler wrote a book called The 13th Tribe. Are you aware
One
of that?
did.
So Arthur Koestler wrote a book called The 13th Tribe in the 70s.
Someone's
And he's a
hunting me.
so-called Jew. And he
Somebody's hunting
said,
you?
if they are the
Yeah, I saw
Jews,
him
then there's
flashing
13
light like this.
tribes, not 12, because they have
All right, two
no
dead.
connection.
You good?
I don't know.
To the ethnic children of
You
Israel.
mean you don't know?
Was that based off of DNA or what?
It's based off of them
All right, I'm
knowing
coming.
their history. Another book, another good book, Chosen
Those
People of the
people are-
Caucasus, where they also know that they're not Israelite. They're Caucasoids. Like their tribe is Amalek. Like you are
I
from
got
the
two
chief
people on me.
tribe of Esau. That's why Elon
Oh.
Musk call y'all peak white.
One dead.
Motherfucker all day.
Again,
dead.
I'm
You gotta
not
tear it
associated
on
with
me.
any of these labels, and I think it's all terrible.
Break the turd if you
In
have
fact,
to.
again, like I told you, I think what
Break
matters
the
most
turd. I
is
gotta
following
fucking-
God's commandments. Now, the reality
Fuck!
is, if European
dead.
Israelites,
You did?
I'm dead.
claim that
Hell
they
yeah.
come
All right, I'm gonna
from
target you.
the
This shit is
Israelites,
fucking garbage.
the 12 tribes.
Don't
and they
blame
have
the game, 'cause
genealogies
you're
of-
This
bad.
shit is garbage as
Of
fuck.
course, they don't
I
strive
couldn't
for
jump. It took me
genealogy
10
to
times to
come.
jump over the
At some
shit.
point, the genealogy breaks
I'm
off,
about to get you, I'm
as
about
it
to
did
get you.
with you, right? But the reality
You
is,
got all guns.
we're
I ain't
dealing
find a
with,
fucking single joint. I found a
questionable
marksman rifle. That
lineages
shit
all
shot
around.
one time.
So
Took
when
10
we're
years
dealing
to
with a bunch of
reload.
people who have
I switched to my
questionable
fucking
lineages, don't you
shotgun.
think we should focus less on
By that time,
lineage and
nigga, shut.
more
Look,
on
you taking all my
God's
shit.
commandments,
I
which
ain't
is
got
actually
shit
accessible
for
to
you.
us
But
right
that's
now?
Look
why
at
if you
this dumbass
notice,
shit. Look at the
I'm
shit you're
talking
doing.
about your ancestors and how they
What the
don't
fuck
keep
is
right here.
this?
Yeah, and I reject that. I followed.
Look at this tryhard, dude.
Admit
Yeah,
your
look at
sins
you,
and the sins of your fathers. I think my fathers have sinned by
Oh,
rejecting
you
the
should.
Torah and
Have
following
you
the
have you debated them and tell them to get
You
their
got
shit
your whole
together?
back exposed.
Absolutely, that's
Shit.
what my whole channel is dedicated.
I know.
Oh, that's a good thing. I like seeing white on white crime. That's beautiful.
Try hard ass nigga. Waiting to be rebooted.
I'm
Oh
about to get you
no.
right now.
I think we.
Like
I, think we
I
all,
like when I get Sarah like I like
Oh,
when I get Sarah
okay.
like that.
I think we should all.
All right, you can have this
focus
AR in my inventory with the
on
bullets.
calling each other out for what we're doing wrong.
Nah,
And
boy,
frankly,
just
you
have what you
calling out
need so we
fake
can win.
lineages is not.
Oh,
Oh
he
my
got
God!
you.
Oh my God!
I'm not
Look at this shit.
doing
You can't even escape out of the shit. Look at this
A false
shit.
paradigm in which the Torah
Oh my God,
places
dude, I'm about to
blood
die.
above all, and then you claim to
That
have that
nigga gotta
holy,
bleed
perfect
quick
blood,
as
and then you
hell.
proceeded to
Wait,
not prove
how did I
it.
create a
I'm
false
crying.
paradigm?
Jumped.
Well, we argued that for the first hour or
Well,
so.
how was what I said false though?
How you have
Because
that
as I
much
demonstrated
material?
to you from the Torah clearly opens
Because
the
I've been
door
killing people.
to non-native
But
Israelites.
no.
to enter into the
Say what
congregation.
you said again. I created a false.
Dude, I'm about to get in the
paradigm
reboot
as
van
what?
and drive off.
A false paradigm that the only people
Drive?
that can
Why is it not
follow the covenant
driving?
of Israel are people that are ethnic Israelites, blood
Right here.
descendants of Abraham,
I
Isaac,
got
and
it.
Jacob.
Trust.
That's a fact. And what you could not demonstrate is
I
getting
got it,
to
Boy,
a
Dave.
nation
this shit is
that
the
was a
god,
part
the
of
god,
that
the god, the
covenant
god,
in
the god. I'm about to go to
Deuteronomy
Call of
29th
Duty.
chapter. You could not
You want me to
name
put it on
that
zero
nation.
builds?
It's irrelevant.
It's not
The
irrelevant.
Nigga,
because
the builds
if
ain't what's
Bible-
killing
if
me.
the
I'm
Bible
ass.
says you have to keep the commandments.
Dude, it's
This-
the
You
same
don't
as
even know what
COD, dude.
nation
Just
it
hit
is
your
to
shots.
hold
Not
them
no Call of
accountable
Duty.
to keep the commandments.
Just hit
And
your
nowhere
shots,
through
bro.
the Torah,
Hit my shots, as
nowhere
bitch
through
says.
the
The
Tanakh,
last one.
nowhere
All
through
right,
the
Dave,
New
you ready to win?
Testament do we see nations outside of Israel getting punished?
I'm about to get you your
for
first
not
victory
keeping
royale.
God's commandments, but we can see the children of Israel losing
That
wars
one right to
because
Call
they
of
stole something.
Duty.
We can see Moses couldn't even make it into the kingdom. 'cause
Like,
he
bro, I
struck a
see you
rock
play
the wrong
shooting
way.
games, bro. How
But
are
we
you this
cannot see
bad?
nations
This is
that was
trash.
a part of this covenant that you can't
Don't
even
blame
name.
the game
This
because
shit
you're
is
Accountable.
clunky
Psalms
as fuck.
147 says he dealt.
Bro, don't blame
he
the game. You
dealt
just watch me
not
kill all
with
the
any
people.
other nation as for his judgments. They have not known
That's what
them.
you had. You
The
had to
context
throw
of
shit at the
law
ground for you to move
It wasn't
fast and
other
shit.
nations,
This shit is
right? It
butt.
wasn't other nations, it was individuals from other nations.
Okay, it's like
who
popping a
joined into
stem.
the nation of Israel.
So is it
No,
individuals
it's
or is
not.
it nations?
It was clearly
Oh, wait,
individuals,
I
weren't
forgot to tell
entire
you.
nations part of
Here,
Israel in the
print,
what
and then you can
individual
slide by
nation-
pressing the
what
right
is-
stick.
What nation were these individuals from?
As I said,
There you go.
it's irrelevant.
Is-
And then, like,
The
you can
point is
spam
they're
it.
not-
Look, and
yes,
then
the
you
point
can,
is
like,
that they're
get
not-
good momentum.
So
You're
an
not- it's
Israelite
not
has to
obligated-
keep it no matter what.
Hold on, wait
For
for
the
my sprint to
stranger,
go back up.
it's optional
Look,
for the stranger.
Well, those strangers were initiated into the covenant and became
You
assimilated.
don't no
as part
Oh,
of
I'm
no
better
no
with
no
all
Israelite
this.
was. The very first
there you go.
verse
Hit your
said,
shots. Practice
he's
that
talking
aim.
to the children of Israel.
There you go.
Like I ran out of
Come on.
bullets,
And it
bitch.
includes
Fuck
Here,
out
right
of
here.
here.
Here's a shotgun. Here's a shotgun.
strangers.
No, no.
in the
What I
collective.
mean by that is,
Show
what I
you
mean
a
by that
shotgun,
is
pussy.
Deuteronomy 29:1.
Fuck
It says,
out of here,
these are the
nigga.
words
Chop
of the
you up,
covenant,
pussy
which the
bot.
Lord commanded Moses to
There you go. Hit
make
your shot. Hit
with
your
the
shots again.
children of Israel. So he's not making a covenant covenant with anybody but Israel. That's what the first verse says. And this says Moses called unto
That shit
all
trash as fuck.
Israel.
All right, we're going.
Yet
So we don't die this time. We're going all the way over
collective
here.
of the Israelites being
It's
entered
not-
into the covenant.
Guys,
Don't jump
it's
yet,
not-
though.
So now the truth of that verse is it's a class system. That's why it breaks down captains, elders, officers.
YouTube
Or actually, we can go
Premium is
here.
ad-free YouTube. And
Don't jump yet. We're gonna go Heat Wave.
YouTube Music Premium, a whole app just for streaming music, uninterrupted. YouTube Premium, it's way more than ad-free. Try 1 month on us.
Men,
One of the classes
little
are
ones,
strangers.
little ones, wives. We can be strangers. You didn't even know that in the Torah. You say you read that we were strangers.
Yeah,
God
This
called
shit
us
dumb as hell.
Try to land that building with the light.
No,
I'll
you
stay with
did
you.
not. You're lying now.
Finally,
Because when I first read that verse, you said, "Oh, you showed me something there."
Actually,
what
try
you
to
said.
land here,
I
land
said
here,
thank
land
you
here.
for
There's
bringing
people
up
at the
that
light.
verse. It didn't
No,
come to
no,
mind.
no.
Yeah, me about to
You
die.
did not know.
already.
I asked
I don't know
you.
what you're talking- I've-
I'm already dead.
I said that God.
Bro,
I said
no, you're
that God
not. Chill
called
out.
the children
Oh,
of
I'm
Israel
almost dead.
Strangers. I don't know. You gotta show me. I said, "Oh, let me go to it."
Okay, so I will repeat. I've read the entire Torah cover to cover in its original
You
Hebrew.
ain't memorize it
I-
though.
No,
You
I
got a
don't
gun?
remember every word in the Torah.
Thank you.
And
And,
so I
so, and
appreciate
you didn't know
being
that.
here.
So if God calls us strangers,
What do you
in
mean, sir? It's a
Leviticus,
yes or no.
That's a class. Because
Boy,
we're
I don't
not
know what the
strangers.
fuck
When
I'm
it's, when it's
doing,
calling
boy.
us strangers,
I'm over here
anytime
hitting shit.
when you see the word stranger, it could be an Israelite or non-Israelite based on the context. So when it's saying stranger,
Oh, I got a
when you're
burst,
outside
bro.
of Israel or when you're broken apart from the covenant with
Someone's
God,
behind
that's
me.
how you're a stranger. So it's a class system. It's not
One tap
about
over there.
a non-Israelite because it says he don't make this covenant with them here. It also makes it with them in the future.
Right?
So
They probably see me running around. They're like, "Oh,
where
easy
does
kill."
he govern non-Israelites? Because we can read where he governs us.
I'm pushing over.
Where does he govern
Stay back if you need
non-Israelites
to.
in the future to keep his law, statutes, and commandments?
They are not obligated in the same way Israelites are, but they
Because
have the
they
option,
didn't make a covenant. Thank
but
you.
But they have the
Thank you.
option to join the covenant.
Thank you. Do we have an option?
Also,
Do we
I'm
have an option?
here.
no, we're born
Why don't we have an option?
Dead.
because that's God's will.
Did I just fucking? How
No,
do I?
because God made the covenant with us. If I sign a contract
Where they at? Where they
with
at?
Sarah,
You kill him?
it's
I don't
optional
know,
to
bro. I
you.
got stuck.
If Sarah
Someone in
says
the
you got
water
to show
over
up
there.
every live stream
Kill
Wednesday,
'em.
Thursday, and
Was
Friday,
that a fish?
but you,
I think that's-
Israel,
bro, that's a
you know, if you want to
fish.
show up, it's cool. You ain't got to show up on time. You didn't make that contract
yeah,
with
that's
Sarah.
shit.
I did. So whether you
Oh, harpoon
choose to
gun.
show up or not is irrelevant. If I don't show up, Sarah can say you're in breach of contract. This is what I can do to you because you're in breach of contract. If you choose not to show up, you're not held to anything because you didn't sign nothing. So you cannot say that they made a covenant.
Here,
that
here,
is
here.
the
I got a
same
gold-
that
I got
they
a gold,
can when they
scarf
did
for you
not
right here.
go into any verbal or written contract with God.
You had those
Here,
nasty
They
uh,
ass
did. They
shitty
did. They
ass
strangers.
boots.
Okay, first of all, the verse you brought
Bro,
up
these
in
boots are
Leviticus is
good.
referring
What are you
to,
talking about?
We are all strangers. We are all strangers and sojourners
Bro, this
in
nigga
relationship
sticking
to
shit
God.
Here, do you
down
have
my
a- do you have a
fucking
Land
shotgun?
is mine, and you are all strangers with me. So that's an entirely different point. Every other time that a stranger is referred to in the context of the nation, it's referring to a non-native Israelite. It's referring
Leviticus
to
25 and 35 was calling an Israelite a stranger and sojourner.
yes, in relationship to God, because he
No,
is
no,
the
no, 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 no,
master-
no, no, not
Wanna
not
go
the,
read it again?
no, no, not
In
not
relationship
the, no,
to
no, no,
the-
not,
I'm here, I'm
not-
here, I'm here.
No, no, in Leviticus 25, not the
Upstairs.
one you just quoted with
How the
with
fuck you
God.
get up there?
I'm talking
Double
about
jump?
when it called Israel a stranger
You can mantle.
sojourner. If your brother fall in decay with thee, if thy brother be waxing
Right here.
poor and falling in decay with thee,
I
then
didn't
thou
even make
shalt
it up there,
relieve
buddy.
him, though he be a stranger or
He's dead. Don't even worry.
sojourner, that he may live with thee. That's a
Yeah,
brother, an
the
Israelite
fucking
being
best at this
called
fucking
a
game.
stranger. Even in Exodus, the 12th chapter, there's a stranger that's an Israelite.
I ain't
There's
even
a
gotta do
stranger that's
shit.
not
That's
an
how good I
Israelite.
am.
In the book of Psalms,
That's how good
David
you are.
said he was a stranger.
Oh,
Can I die on
with his
purpose? Is what
Israelite
what you're saying?
brothers.
oh
So
you
being
die, I'm
called a
gone.
stranger has nothing to do with a a solid
it.
position. It's subjective.
That shit's called
based
the
on the
guzzle?
context. So if
You
David
got me
was
out here
a stranger with
guzzling
Israelite
shit?
brothers, he still called himself a
Bro,
stranger.
no.
This verse in the law
This nigga got
says
me
if
out
your
here
brother
guzzling.
is a stranger sojourner,
Ooh,
relieve
Slurpee.
him.
Ooh,
So
Here,
you
take
cannot
this vault
make
key.
the strangers-
He said
Relieve
slurpage?
him as you would a stranger and sojourner.
if
You said
stranger
slurpage?
sojourner can be
Hey, where does that
interchangeable.
take us? Where is that
In
taking us
Deuteronomy, the
to? Like
29
key.
chapters about the
What
covenant
am I
that the
supposed to press
children of
on?
Israel was making with
Just hold it
God.
out. Does it
That
put like a mark
stranger
on
in
your screen?
Deuteronomy 29
80
cannot be
80 feet in
non-Israelites
front of
because
us.
you can't demonstrate
okay.
that in real time, in
Well,
no
you-
time.
you
You can't
yourself-
demonstrate non-Israelites taking hold of the covenant, leaving the covenant, and inflicting or getting some type of
Thought that was
punishment
somebody.
generationally. But the
I mean,
Israelites
I think
do.
we can-
Whether
Open
we're
that
in the
bad
land,
boy up.
would
That's
you
all your
agree
loot, though.
that even though we're not in
Shit,
Israel,
I'm about to do with
we're
this
still
shit.
under those punishments
It's all
and
you.
blessings
There you
based
go.
on our
Take that
obedience to
shotgun.
God?
Yes.
And
Long
are other
letter.
nations under that same punishment?
There we go. What's this?
Shalom.
Why is there music
And
playing
then the
in
other
here?
part, when you
There's a
said
nigga
it's
up there
not about
dancing.
race,
You want that burnt
Deuteronomy
peanut
7
ugly
and
nigga?
6, did God say he put
Not
Israel
at all.
above all people?
Yes.
So
There you go.
isn't
Now you
it
gotta
important to
self-revive,
know
too.
who the Israelite is for that
Let's
rank
self-revive.
structure?
Mm-hmm.
So why did you say I was wrong to make it about blood? If it,
I shot that
if
nigga
it's
like
by
3 times when I
blood,
got
if it's
in.
by
Like,
tribe to control the hierarchy,
I don't see a
is that not
soul.
important to God?
All right, here we're about to get in this car.
Two things.
Get the
You're
reboot,
ignoring
man.
the fact that there's one Torah for
You
the
wanna
native
drive?
and the sojourner. You're also you
Drive.
yourself pointed
Where the
out
fuck
in
would you
Deuteronomy
go?
29 how it says
You
in
wanna
verse
drive?
10.
Sure,
In
but
verse 9 it concludes as
Yes,
All right,
saying
drive.
these are
Well,
all the men of
press
Israel,
X.
and then it goes on saying women, children, and sojourners.
Why did you
Clearly, the
rip
sojourners
us?
are not included in that collective of every man of Israel. They're separate from every man of
All right.
Israel.
you die.
They're not Israelites.
Why
They
am
are
I getting
sojourning
ripped?
among Israelites, and they're entering into the covenant. So that's abundantly clear.
All right,
And ultimately, the main
get in the
point that I
reboot,
wanted
man.
to make to you is the same way your lineage is uncertain, my lineage is uncertain. And you yourself admitted that your lineage is uncertain. So now
I can
that
shoot
we're
a
a bunch of
shotgun after
sojourners
this.
and
This
strangers
shit,
across
Yeah.
the earth,
this shit
all peoples
twerking and
having
shit when
been
you drive.
persecuted and gone
Look
through
at
many
it.
series of
Look at
persecution,
this shaking
who are
ass.
you to
and
say
shit.
that
Yeah,
only you
we're
and
taking
the
the
people
launch
that your
pad.
institution approves as being bloodline Israelites are
Is
the
that a
ones
big gulp?
who get to
Huh?
call themselves
that
Israelites
what's
and
called?
follow
Over
the
here.
Torah, when the
Fucking
reality
big
is
slurp.
anyone who wants to join themselves to become part of the
Fucking
covenant
guzzle
of
this guy
Yahweh
right below
and
us.
follow the laws of the Torah, there is one
There's a
law
guy
for the native and
below
the
us.
sojourner. And
He's,
frankly, I
he's,
think
he's
we're all
building up
sojourners,
to us to the right.
You didn't answer my.
including
Oh,
You
he
didn't
is
answer
building up
the
to
other
us.
question.
Which one?
When you said it's not about bloodline, it's not about race.
Kill him, Dave. That's
and
all
I
you.
asked you why are you saying that it's not when the only way to set the
One dead.
hierarchy
That's
structure
okay. Kill the
is to
teammate.
identify the
Or kill.
Israelites.
Did
So
you kill
how
the
is
other
it
guy?
not about
Sure did.
race or ethnicity.
guess.
or
Another guy up
tribe?
here.
How is it
Another
not?
guy close by.
Again, that is a factor, but it is not
I
the
think so.
totality, and it doesn't
I
ultimately
need-
No.
determine
No,
I don't
who
got
gets
no
to be.
AR.
No, you can't.
It
do
doesn't
You don't got no
determine
AR
You
bullets?
told me I was wrong for
How do I
making-
drop
you
the
wanted
bullets?
him to respond.
Here.
Yeah,
It-
I said.
No,
I said
how do
you
I
were
drop
dancing.
saying that bloodline determines who gets
How
to
do I
be
drop the bullets
part of
from
the
this?
people.
What do you
That's
need
what I'm
bullets
saying.
for? You
And I'm
need
saying that
bullets.
Oh, I
bloodline
tried.
is
Okay,
not the
that's
only
an
determining
SMG.
factor. Even people who are
I
not
thought it was like
bloodline
a
get
green
to be part of the
AR.
people
I was trying
and
to
part of the covenant, and B,
drop the bullets
no
from
one
that one.
knows what their bloodline is.
There's more to love with
Where's
YouTube
the
Take that
go,
zip
bro?
line up.
Listen to ad-free
the
songs
zip gay
and
at?
discover new podcasts anytime, anywhere. Try 1 month free.
Including
Bro,
me,
stop standing there
as you
watching
yourself
me with
admitted.
disappointment, bitch.
I didn't ask you that again. I
Fucking
didn't
here.
ask you that. Listening is an art.
Niggas over here like he
Completely
don't
an
know
art.
right, bro. You
I,
know.
you said
I hear you, bro.
you said
You
that I
talking
was
shit.
wrong for making it about the
Over here.
bloodline.
Yes.
Nigga, I
But
don't
then
even know
you
where over here
agreed
is.
that Israel is
Over
above
here.
all
I
nations.
pinged.
So
Yes.
how
Nah, I
can
don't
you
even
tell
see the
me
ping.
that I'm wrong for
Right here, he's
making
shooting
it
at the
about
diamond or
being
whatever
an
the hell that
Israelite?
thing
I'm-
is?
I didn't
Why
even
is he
say
shooting
who
at
Both
was
shooting at it?
Israelite.
Let me ask you a
Why?
question.
I just got
Why
I
is
just got
Israel
floored.
above
These fools are
other nations
tryhards.
beyond the blood?
Yes, they
I'm
are.
not denying that blood
I'm
matters.
getting
just
smacked
saying
on.
there
No,
are
you said I
terms.
was wrong for
Don't worry
making
about it.
it
Kill
Here,
about that.
There you go.
I said you're wrong for saying that that is what defines.
The other guy is
That
building.
is what
He
defines it
rifted.
because that's what the Bible says. God said that thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people
Where's he at?
unto himself above
He's in the sky, he's in the
all
sky, I'm shooting
people
him.
that are upon the face
He's
of
in
the
the
earth.
sky.
Is that not race? You might not. Is that not
I went out of my
tribalism?
render distance.
Yes, but someone who's part.
So
of
was I
Israel,
wrong for saying
Bro, I'm
that?
over here
Once
guzzling
again, you gotta let
shit,
him
bro.
Right, right,
Leviticus
right, right.
He
19.
interrupted me a second ago. You didn't say
Levitic-
nothing. But go ahead.
sorry, just last point. Leviticus
I heard
19
golden
says,
shit.
"Be a holy nation for me, as I am holy," and then proceeds to list acts of holiness that you
I
can
think
do
it's
in
one
order
more.
to be a holy nation
I
to
killed that
Yahweh. I'm
nigga.
saying that sojourners
Come on,
who
there's
are
one more
part
here.
of
Kill him. That's
the
all you.
covenant of Israel
In here.
are
Inside,
under
inside, inside.
that holiness that you're describing. The holiness that you're describing that's exclusive
Right here,
to
right here, right here.
Israelites
He's right here.
is not
He's
only
upstairs.
bloodline
He's in that. He's in that
Israelites,
box.
but
I'm gonna edit
also
it. You ready?
that practice the law and
There you go.
commandments
There you
that God
go.
instructed the Israelites.
No, that again. I just wanted to be on
The fuck
record.
up.
You're wrong for saying I was wrong about tribalism.
Pop that med.
When you just
Pop that med
agreed
kit.
with it, which was my point.
I don't
Here's
have a
what
med
you're
kit.
so fixated on.
Oh, I got
You're
it.
so fixated
You
on
said
trying
drop
to
it?
join other nations.
No, pop.
that
Oh my
you
god.
can't let
You want me to
God
drop it
live
on you,
by
cuz?
saying Israelites are above
Nah,
them
I want you
all.
to use the med kit.
Even the
Oh,
ones
you
that
over here trying to
convert.
make me drop it on you.
In the
Crazy.
land, if we're in the land and non-Israelites
take your
come into
shotgun
the
back.
land, they're
There we
still
go, let's
not
go.
better than the Israelites. The Israelites are still above them. Because that's what God said right here. Correct or
okay.
incorrect?
To some very small degrees, because the God says there's one Torah, one law for the native and the sojourner. It's more of a practical matter. Sojourners who are new to the people, new to the land, have less ancestral heritage. They don't have land. They don't have a support system. And in fact, the Torah instructs us to be additionally kind to them and support them. So that's
I
actually
ain't building
the
a fucking
status
thing,
that a
huh?
sojourner occupies is someone who is not.
I mean, you only got
fully
one less
initiated
skill
into
than
the
me.
people. Yet, one important thing here is you're ruling out marrying sojourners. If you are dealing with sojourners
yeah,
and you're
these
marrying
niggas.
them, eventually
These
your
niggas building
pure
like
precious
shit,
bloodline
boy.
is going to die out. So you're saying I'm trying to fight God here, but I'm saying God actually opens the
Sprint
door
to
for other
collect.
people to join our nation
Sprint
and
to
doesn't prohibit
equip
us
it.
from marrying them, in which case the bloodline will actually die out, according to that. So you're saying that God doesn't know what he's doing?
Yeah, we call this
You don't even know
spinning
what you're
where I'm
doing,
from.
bro.
I
You're
don't know
just
if you know
trying
what
shit.
that
God,
means.
I'll explain it to you
Yeah,
in simple
Phil.
terms.
I didn't-
God
I didn't-
ordained.
Hold
Now-
on, hold
Trying
on, Israel.
shit.
He was finishing his thing.
Exactly what I'm doing.
Now, for the record, I don't mind being interrupted, just for the record. But when
Hey, I just want to let you know we are in a
top.
top 10 situation right now.
You're doing what we call spinning. Spinning is when someone hears the question, but they can't answer the question, so they go away from the question. Above is just what that
There you go.
means.
Yeah,
Above.
yeah.
Right now, we're
Fuck,
above Sarah.
Like this how I finally knew.
Sarah is
Fucking
below
thing.
us because the two of us are on the
Yeah.
top.
Oh, they just
She's
rebooted?
on the
Or they
bottom.
rebooted it?
We're not down there with her. We have to look
Where you at?
down.
Right
if we
right
was
here, right here. They
looking
rebooted
at her,
right
I
up
have
here.
to Look down like that
Are we
to
going over
see
there?
her because we are above.
That's up to you. Do you want to go over?
God said
Oh,
he
right,
put
straight ahead.
Israel above all
Come on,
people
fuck
that
it,
are
man.
upon the face of the earth. Even in Deuteronomy 28:1.
I'm dying
You read
anyway.
Deuteronomy 28:1.
They're
it
right up here.
says,
They're right up here.
"It shall come
Around
to
the tree,
pass,
around
thou
the tree,
shalt
around the
hearken
tree.
diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy
Behind
God
us?
to do and observe
Right
all
here,
his
Dave.
commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy
Alright.
God will set thee
They're both right there.
on
They're both right there. One of
high."
them's cracked.
So it's not this little small margin that you
Think
trying
one.
to make. The argument that
I'll
you
shoot the
trying to
fucking
spin
shit
to
down. You fucking.
is saying, well, we're going to intermix and have sex
shoot
with all these
him.
non-Israelites, so it's going to get
There you go.
watered
There you go.
down
There you go. There you go.
That's-
Come on.
that's
Keep hitting
what's
them.
called spinning.
He's dead.
Because
Reloading.
this said if we kept the commandments, we would be above on high upon all nations.
Exactly. You prove my point.
Correct.
Picking
One
the
tap.
commandments and choosing to follow God is what
Finish
makes
the other
you
guy.
on high and above. Not having your pure little bloodline.
Dead.
It's about following
And now you
God's
call the
commandments.
bloodline little.
Killed them both.
This how I know
Yeah,
you're
I
an
sure
Israelite.
did.
I'm so
You
fucking
definitely
good.
not
I
an
ain't to
Israelite.
do
He
shit.
called it little. You called the tribe your little bloodline. He said the little bloodline. The Lord said he ain't said it. He ain't
Ain't
set his
no
love
fucking
upon
thing.
you nor
King
choose you
Sprite.
because you were more
The
in
fuck is
number,
that?
because you were the fewest people, but because the Lord loved you and kept his oath. I think the Lord loving us, keeping that oath, I would never call it a little bloodline.
Discover
Here, you want
Legoland
this
New
boss
York this
fight?
summer. Experience wild rides and the
What you supposed to
return
do
of
with
Lego
it, bud?
Festival with 5 unique zones.
Actually, I
Stay
want
at the
this Ghost
Legoland
Sprite.
Hotel. And don't miss the Ferrari build-in race with a
Like Ghost
life-size
Sprite?
Lego Ferrari. Only at Legoland New York. Book your visit today.
But when
What
you
you doing?
love other nations and you're not
I'm not
the
gonna lie,
true
not a
children
thing,
of
really.
God, you will call it a little bloodline because in reality,
So
for
I'm just
you,
throwing this bitch in my
whether you're
fucking
an
hand.
Israelite or not is irrelevant.
Yeah,
You
you got one
think
on your
if
back,
I just
don't you?
keep Torah, God will love me. So what matters if I'm an
I don't
Israelite or not?
fucking know what
What
this shit
matters
is.
who I marry, who I don't marry.
All right, you ready? Let's go.
Correct?
We're gonna take this thing up.
Well, it matters. It matters that I keep the commandments.
I'm gonna take this thing
I
out.
just said it doesn't matter who I marry or who I don't marry.
As long as she's
It don't. I'm
The
saying that
movement
because
against
how
fuck.
you not no context. I'm saying that because you know what
there.
I think of Deuteronomy 7 and what you think
I
of
mean, I could
Deuteronomy
just be
7 is
saying.
different. So you believe you can marry an Edomite, XYZ like that?
We've been right here.
So you would marry that Edomite? It don't matter.
He's in the box.
Whether
He's in
you're
that box.
Israelite or not, don't even matter, right?
Just a heads up, you have less than 10 minutes left, so I want to make sure you're able to tie your final kind of arguments into a bow before we move into closing statements.
Of course, yeah. I didn't say it doesn't matter. What I said is what matters above all is being God-fearing. King Solomon says that at the end of Proverbs. What matters most is a God-fearing woman. If you find a God-fearing woman,
we gotta go to
what
circle.
nations she's from, unless she's from the nations that God explicitly prohibited you from marrying, then yes, you are allowed to marry that woman. And
what are you
watching?
watching?
Intermarriage going on, the bloodline's going to.
This nigga's drinking a fucking keg, huh? A guzzle is sad, bro. Got me drinking guzzles and shit.
I see the last team. They're right here. The last team right here.
I'll be the bait, boy.
Punch pad and over.
Oh, me.
There, one's on me too, Dave. You got that.
No, he just shot me for everything. I have no health. I got one.
Other one's right here. Other one's right here, Dave. I hit him. He's in that box. He's in that box. Don't die. Oh.
What the fuck is
He
this?
just died to fall damage. Self-revive, self-revive. Boom.
Where's he at?
I don't know where you went, Dave.
Wasn't he up there?
He's sniping.
He's sniping.
Bruh. It's alright. We can't second.
Man, get me off this shitty ass shit. I'm fucking turning around. This shit took 20 years. Fuck is this shit? Got me fucking twerking and shit, falling.